It's Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. Three coaches and friends talk about sports, life, and everything in between.
Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to a special edition live episode of Hey Coach. I'm Coach Tim Simpson, and of course I'm joined by my main man, Rashard Collins and Jamal Mondane. Gentlemen, how are we doing this fun and exciting evening?
Good, man. Ready to get started. Ready to start this live show.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Ready.
You know, Rashard, hey, I appreciate you wearing that Raiders hat, man. I really do appreciate you wearing that Raiders. We're going to get into some of that a little bit later. I had to rock, because baseball's back, so I had to rock the Red Sox.
I'm a Seattle Mariners fan, so I was gonna wear the Seattle fan, but
wrong color socks, man. Wrong color socks.
Jay, even though you root for the wrong team,
White Sox.
Yeah, he's White Sox. He's White Sox. Come on, man. He everything Chicago. So let's just stop that.
Okay. Well,
unlike you, Rashard.
I don't want to hear that, man.
He stays true to his. Look, gentlemen.
I'm from all over, man. I'm gonna
start calling you Carmen San Diego because nobody knows where you at. Anyways, gentlemen, let's get this started. Let's get this bad boy started.
Gotcha.
Guys, we've had an exciting tournament on the men's and the women's side of the college basketball brackets. So we're gonna start with the women's first. Okay, so Jay, why don't you break down what we got going on with the Final Four for the women's?
For the women, so we got pretty much all the number one seeds are playing in the Final Four except UConn. UConn is a 2 this year. They upset in the last round. So we got Louisville against South Carolina. Louisville and South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got UConn going against Stanford. They won a national championship last year. So they're going to try to repeat. UConn trying to get back in the spotlight with Gino Auriemma and his girls. We got Don Staley in South Carolina building a powerhouse against Louisville. The Final Four for the women's is Friday, starting Friday night, and then the championship is on Sunday.
Wow. Yo, it's hard to believe that. I don't know when the last time I seen UConn coming in as a number 2 seed.
Right.
Like I honestly cannot think far enough back to where I'm thinking, okay, yeah, UConn was the number 2 seed. Like as long as I remember, they've always been number 1 seed, and that's crazy to me. I mean, and Rashard, I'm gonna ask you a question. So Jay mentioned the 4 Final Four teams, right? I want you to talk about that South Carolina team. Because I know you and I have had some conversations about this.
Right.
So I'm going to give you a chance to shine right now, sir. Come on, get it.
All right. So back in the gap when Pat Summitt was alive, I was still in the military. I was stationed at Fort Jackson.
Relaxing Jackson.
I just saw Kentucky lose as a number 1 seed to South Carolina, who the best player on their team played football in the NFL.
Right. Yep.
I pull up tickets. Pat Summitt's coming to South Carolina to play Don Staley. And my friend from here, her daughter was Kelsey Boone, who played with against Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
Kelsey transferred from South Carolina. She was a McDonald's. I don't know if she was a McDonald's All-American. She was cold. She left South Carolina because she was a freshman coming in there. They never gave her the ball. I went to the game. I said, they're not even giving your niece the ball. She goes to A&M the year after A&M. The transfer portal was different. So
right. Yeah.
She had to sit out. Can you imagine going to a team that's about to win the national championship and you have no idea? And you just a transfer freshman on that team? Don Staley. Saw her play at Virginia back in the day, but you have to realize, and this is not a lie. back in the day, I'm 51. Let's go with that. So they're not showing everybody's team on TV.
Right.
They're showing Don.
Yeah.
She's about to head to the Olympics.
Mhm.
I'm like, she plays like a dude. I don't know if that's disrespectful or is that a compliment? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking of this at that age, like something she's different. And then to watch her go from Virginia to USA basketball, do whatever she does, because I'm a Cheryl Miller fan.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a Cheryl Miller
Yeah.
fan. You know, I live in Houston. The Comets won 3 back-to-back, but to go back to Dawn Staley, bro, when I saw that she was the coach at South Carolina, I was like, I don't give it outside of my friend's niece being on the team. I didn't give a damn who was on the. I'm just gonna watch her. But what I will tell you, to the late great Pat Summitt, bro, she coaches. So what I'm saying by that, she's not getting her Phil Jackson on, and I just throw shots just because Phil had good teams. He had good teams. So no, I mean she didn't just sit down. Like this lady, like South Carolina was beating them, bro. Pat brought these jokers all the way back, and I'm looking at Don's body language. She's talking to the girls, and I'm looking like,
uh-oh. We had a little issue. I think Rashard got a phone call. Got kicked off. All right, so Jay, just pick up where he left off. We'll get Rashard taken back care of.
Yeah, no, he just alluding to the just the rise of Dawn Staley as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody, if you remember Dawn Staley, for me, I'm a few years younger than Rashard, but what I remember about Dawn Staley is as a kid, you know, women's basketball was just college, and then they go overseas. A lot of the times, the girls that like All-Americans in college, they ended up playing USA basketball. Your Rebecca Lobos, you know, Cheryl Swoops. So Dawn Staley was one of those. Like she was on Wheaties Bucks when I was a kid. She was one of those women's USA basketball. So, you know, then the WNBA happened. She played in WNBA, but as time went on, coaching was her calling, and now she's building a powerhouse at South Carolina. I mean, she already won him a national title in 2017. They look like they was on the verge of getting another one, but COVID hit in 2020. And now they're back. I think she's going to be one of those coaches, and she's young enough that she can build something down there in South Carolina that could last for a long time. You know, she could be the replacement of what Pat Summitt was in the SEC, you know, and she can continue to just reload and get these girls, you know, national recognition and get to Final Fours and just start piling up wins. She's got all the time as long as, you know, she wants to stay coaching at that level. I think she can be as big as Pat Summitt was, to be honest.
Hey, I completely agree. Dawn, Coach Staley, I have followed her game and her career since the very first time I watched her play in college. And I'm like, yo, she's nice. You know, it was like my version in my head of loving basketball before loving basketball happened. You know, you know, that's what I thought. You know, Dawn, you know, she was mine. It is what it is, but you know, it didn't quite. But anyway, I digress. But okay, so while we're still waiting on Rashard, I'm gonna ask you this question, Jay. You know, with this being, you know, Women's Appreciation Month, kind of touch on what your thoughts and maybe your feelings on how women's sports, especially if you're talking basketball, has grown from the time like when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 44. How old are you again?
37.
Okay, so you're 37. I'm 44. So you got a 7 years difference. Okay, so even in that, there's still a gap between what I've viewed as women's sports and what I was able to watch versus what you were. And like I said, with Rashard being 51, it's even you know, different type of gap. So let's talk to a little bit about that real quick.
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier about Dawn Staley, what I experienced watching basketball, I've been watching basketball since I can remember. you know, and college basketball was big. Even though growing up in Illinois, college basketball wasn't as big as obviously the Bulls growing up in the 90s. We watching the Bulls, but where I grew up at, we watched any type of basketball we could find. So watching college basketball, we would see women's basketball at the college level, but it was always up until the WNBA, I think in like 94, 95, it was just the women would disappear. Like we didn't know where they went. Like, did they stop playing basketball? If they didn't do USA basketball, you know, where did they go? And obviously they went overseas, but as a kid, you don't know what overseas is. You just think they stopped playing.
Overseas is like what, one town over to us.
Right. So for those women that went overseas and made a career, for the WNBA to start, that was something that was huge. Obviously, it was a cultural change and a shift in women's sports on the basketball standpoint. So now the WNBA has been around for over 25 years. So there is a generation even younger than me that doesn't know a world without the WNBA. And so now you get your Brittany Griners, you get your, you know, Paige Buckets at UConn, you get your, you know, you get all these WNBA women that are playing now. And the reason they're able to do that is because the Cheryl Swoops of the world and the Cynthia Coopers kind of opened the doors for them and paved the way for women's basketball as a whole. Now it's international. Now we have our own heroes that play women's basketball here in the States. And all it does is trickle down to, you know, women's college basketball. Now they're on a bigger stage. Follow them more. Social media has helped follow women's basketball. So I think it's cool that, you know, Women's Appreciation Month, we're going to end with the women's Final Four on Friday. So I think that's dope. I'm going to be watching, you know, but I'm a basketball junkie. So I hope other people are tuning in as well. So all this weekend, I'm going to be watching all the basketball. So I just think it's over the last 25 years, it's just grown and it's going to continue to grow with, you know, women wanting equal pay and just kind of making those strides in the right direction. So I think it's cool.
Yeah, I'm 100% behind you, man. I think it's awesome. And then, you know, talking, you know, from my standpoint, you know, with coaching and you know, now owning a semi-pro basketball team, one thing I'm looking to do is actually start a women's team. The league that we're in has you know, a women's program, but I'm looking to join another one and start one because there's so many talented women out there that play ball, you know, and as a coach, I've coached, you know, girls, I've coached boys, I've coached men. I'm now looking to coach women. And the thing is that some of my best players was on the female side, and for whatever reason they listened better and they could follow instructions better. And I'm not, you know, look, I'm not trying to say nothing about my boys. You know what I'm saying? I love my boys. We there. I'm right there with you. I still love y'all. But when it comes to paying attention and following instructions, them females do a heck of a lot better job than we do sometimes.
Yeah, so for sure. And the biggest thing, growing up in Chicago, we played basketball all year round. We played outside. We played outside until it was cold, and then we found a gym or somebody let us get in a gym, or we paid to get in a gym, whatever.
Yes.
The one thing that we never saw growing up was women or girls playing 5-on-5. Like you couldn't drive down Lakeshore Drive and go to Rainbow Beach or go to 63rd Street Beach. You don't see girls saying, "Hey, come to the park at noon and we'll hoop." It was always guys. You'll get one or two girls that can hoop and they jump in and play with you, but you never see a court where it's just 10, 15 girls playing ball. I think this is a step in that direction. Like if you're starting to see more girls that want to go out and play, and just show that they're competitive. Obviously, girls can play ball too, so it's just a matter of being noticed. And I think it's cool. I think the direction that women's basketball is going in the right way. And this Final Four just shows you what you can be. A Dawn Staley that comes from, you know, playing ball in the 90s to 25, 30 years later, winning national championships. You know, so I think it's full circle.
Yeah, I can't agree with you. There's nothing I can argue with you or say a little different. Like, oh well, you know, in my take, no, I have no take. That's 100%, man. It's an amazing thing to see the transformation of how women's sports has picked up. Like I said, we talk basketball because that's where our love is. You know, so I mean, I'm not saying I don't follow women's sports and other sports, but I may not follow them as closely or as hard as I do when it comes to basketball. You know, I'm sorry for any lady out there playing any other sport. Please do not hold that against me. I love all y'all. I appreciate everything y'all doing. Keep working on your craft. Keep becoming great. Keep doing that. But for a personal standpoint, I follow everything basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Okay, so nothing against y'all. Hope y'all keep doing it. We just got Rashard back in. You okay? You okay, brother?
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, okay, Rashard, what I'm gonna do is we got roughly about 2 minutes before our first little kind of mini break. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. I'm gonna give you the same thing I just gave Jamal. We just finished up talking about a little bit about the women's sports. So what I wanted to know from you, because you're 51, right? All right, I'm 44. Jamal's 47, right? Yeah, 47. Okay, so 43.
37.
37. Get him, man.
I'm about to say this. Hey, that brother look good for 47.
Hey.
Yep. Hopefully
My bad.
I still look like this in 10 years.
My bad.
Years,
yeah, you're right. Hey, don't say it like that, because I'm already 44. There, you saying like it's I might go talk to you.
I'm very handsome, so I have no problem with any of the conversation. I'm very handsome.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the same thing that I gave Jamal. In your opinion, okay, from the time when you were younger, watching women's sports, the growth that you have seen from your youth to now, what have you seen? What does that really mean to you?
I feel that the women are very disrespected as far as talent level. So when I tell somebody I've paid attention to Dawn Staley since back when she played at Virginia, so most people couldn't tell you where she played at. I watched this lady's career.
Yeah,
she's a college coach, and she's holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
You just got through saying you didn't know when the last time UConn was a number 2. I mean, like, damn, a number 2? That really ain't a bad spot.
No.
But the Cheryl Swoops, you know what I'm saying? All of them, it's like I coached women's basketball, well, young ladies when I was in middle school. My problem was I could see the play happen before them. And when they get ready to shoot the ball over the goal, because if you've ever watched middle school basketball, somebody's going to shoot the ball over the goal.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to hit under the bottom. But the pride level in women's basketball, I ain't going to say sports, and women's basketball, it's up there now. It's like you got women that can step on a court. They can go, like I'm not tripping that there are guys on the court, this, that, and the other. I like the direction that it's going. And when you look at some of these college coaches that played and they knew what it took, because you got to think, I don't think Don played in the WNBA, or am I tripping?
I think the WNBA.
Don's older, bro. Don's not young.
Yeah, I think the WNBA was created after her career was over.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look what she would have did in that era. Ooh. You don't have the Tarasis, you know what I'm saying? The Birds, you don't, bro, you got to really look at like women's basketball. I have no problem. I just did my girl out there. I was like, did you watch the game? Like, dang, I missed your text message. I'm looking like, yeah, it was crucial.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem watching. I'm kind of upset that the games are later. I'm like, tonight, first of all, I'm not watching NIT. I'm not doing that. I don't give a damn if Kentucky's in there. I'm not doing that, men or women's. But
they probably lost anyways.
I can't sit here and say that I watch WNBA, because I don't. I will watch college women's basketball.
I watch WNBA.
I watch it all. I do watch it. I watch it all. That's me though.
If there's somebody from a certain school and she was cold for other reasons, Skylar Diggins. Look at y'all's faces.
Ooh, yeah.
I will. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, where's Skylar playing at? I will go to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what they're doing, but
right.
As far
Okay.
as
Yeah.
really tuning in, I'm not. When did they play? The summertime?
Yeah, they start in May. They're around
Yeah.
Memorial
Right
Day
after
is when they start.
the men's, right? Or right around the men's finals.
During the playoffs.
Yeah.
Men's playoffs, the NBA
Right.
playoffs.
They start hyping it up
WNBA start.
on okay. Yeah.
You know, Chicago Sky gonna try to repeat,
See,
WNBA
throwing it out there.
champs. You know what I'm saying?
Throwing it
Shout
out
out to
there.
Ace.
Yeah.
WNBA champ. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all. But
Came home and got us a ring,
Yeah, but no, I agree with both of y'all. And like I said, Rashard, you unfortunately cut out. But I mean, Vol brought up, great points with that stuff. And Rashard, you brought up an extremely great point with women, especially talking WNBA, of how talent-wise they have been disrespected. And I agree with that. In a lot of cases. Like I said, people always say, well, I like to watch the NBA or men's sports because they're so much more athletic. Yo, don't be sleeping on these females, man. There's a lot of females. Hey, there's a lot of females I know that play the sport that I watch the WNBA and even college basketball. And I look at some of the dudes that play on my team for the semi-pro. I'm like, can I get you to be a little bit more like Sue Bird?
Bird is
You know what I'm saying?
serious, man.
I know Rashard said something about telling players to be a little bit more like Patrick Mills. Look, let's. I need to be a little bit more like Sue Bird. Can I get a little Don Taurasi out here? Can I get a little of that?
Bruh. Taurasi, she talk trash. I
love it.
That, bro.
I love it.
She knows what. But Taurasi's a baller though, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, nobody can ever deny anything. So I don't know the girl's name. The girl who went off the other day in the overtime. They say Gino said she's the next Taurasi. And that girl balled out. I want to say Monday.
Oh yeah,
she was hurt.
Yeah,
she was hurt. Did y'all ever see her dancing on the sidelines right when she was about to come back? Yeah, she got black friends. Yeah, I said it. I said it. So I ain't gonna do that with this show.
I don't even know why you sit there trying to tell that lie.
Bro, no, I've been good. I got somebody who's watching me right now. B's watching me right now. And she's like, your mouth. What? Why? Why? She's like, why? What? For what? I'm like, I don't know, man.
I know we love it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, player. Don't even worry about it. We got you. All right, hey, look, guys. We're about 22 minutes, 30 seconds into the show. We're gonna take a little small break. And when I say small break, basically it's just gonna be me coming back on. Saying something about an advertisement. So, we're gonna take a little small break, and then we're gonna get right back into the show. So y'all definitely stay tuned with Hey Coach with Coach Tim Simpson, Jamal Mundane, Rashard Collins. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Coach Tim Simpson with the Hey Coach podcast with Jamal Collins. Jamal Collins.
Whoa!
I'm combining y'all. What? You know what? This thing gets me like on my. I don't know if your guys' screen is different than mine, but like your guys is like your pictures are right there, but then your names are like right beside. So I looked at Jamal.
Oh, that's awesome.
I looked at Jamal, but while I was looking at Rashard's name, so
that's
it's awesome. So. Jamal Collins, Jamal Collins, and Rashard, and Rashard Mundane.
Rashard Mundane, and Jamal Collins. All right, let's get it.
Switching it up.
Let's go, JC. Let's go.
But you know what? Hey,
let's get it.
This is the beautiful thing about having a live show, because you never know what's going to happen.
Wow, that boy said. Woo! But you know what I like about it? You was confident though.
I was. I really was. I felt it.
Yeah, I'm like that was wrong as hell. And
Yeah,
I felt it almost like Chris Rock felt that slap from Will Smith. Anyways, we're not gonna get in that. We're not getting that. No, not at all. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and get into the men's the bracket. There's a lot of things going on here. Okay. So when we talk about the men's side of things, you've got Villanova and Kansas meeting on one side. Now that's going to be a great match. I think that's just going to be a great matchup.
Great.
You know what I'm saying? Despite what anybody said, I think that's going to be a great matchup. But what's killing me is what's on the other side of that bracket. North Carolina and Duke. First of all, North Carolina's an 8th seed. Okay. Duke is the number 2 seed.
Okay.
Yep.
But the crazy thing about this is the first time they have ever met in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Now, all of the times you've heard these teams either winning championships or just being in the tournament, and just the dominating forces they've had come through both programs over the countless decades they've been in existence.
Right.
Could either one of you sit there and say that North Carolina and Duke had never met in the NCAA tournament?
Well, I know the history of it, so yeah, of course.
Of course, you know the history of it. Yeah, good job, Jason.
Yeah.
He's the only one that actually does the research on this show. But you're a Duke fan, so that makes more. Yes, you're a Duke fan, so that's why a lot of when it comes to like Duke, when it comes to Chicago, anything Chicago, we go to Jamal over anything. When we talk about just programs that exist that no one really watch, we'll go to Rashard on that. Like the Raiders.
Nobody's talking about Chicago State. Nobody's talking about DePaul. Loyola just got in that mix a couple of years. Okay, my bad.
This guy.
Football or basketball?
We talking about St. Peter's or what?
Yeah.
He started it.
Hey, I was happy.
He pulled the knife out.
On that note, hold on. On the St. Peter's note, I told the lady from the job, she's from Louisville, but she's a Kentucky fan.
Right.
I said, I don't want them to beat us and then get blown out. I want them to win a game or two, and they really did.
They did. I was highly impressed.
Now, is the coach is he going to Seton Hall, or they just throwing that around?
No, that's breaking news.
He gone.
He getting the Seton Hall job. He was the man there for 4 years when he played. So he got the job.
And he was a McDonald's All-American the same year as Kobe.
Yeah. Kobe when they played 96.
Yeah. And that's crazy, right?
And I think he can. I thought. What was the last coach? The coach that had the brother, the Hurley. I thought Hurley was going to be able to really turn Seton Hall around.
Danny Hurley.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be able to do it, bro. But then again, I know we off topic. Then again, I thought my man Mullins was going to do it at St. John's.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Pat was going to do it at Georgetown. Because of the history that we know of the Big East.
Okay, yeah, okay. I can follow you with that part,
Mullins, Pat Ewing at Georgetown,
I'll follow you with the history, but with the actual ability.
If you don't know how to coach and recruit, it don't matter.
That's what I'm saying. With actual ability, I'm sorry, man. You're going to be on the island by yourself. Right.
Now, if Mark Jackson would have went to St. John's instead of Chris Mullins, now you're talking about something. Because Mark Jackson played with Mullen at St. John's. If they'd have got Mark Jackson down there, then we would have seen a different St. John's. Okay. Pat Ewing, I mean, that's his first job. They gave it. I mean, he was an assistant in the NBA, but that's his first head coaching job at that level.
I would truly never go to my alma mater to coach because, like they said, and Bart Scott said it one time on ESPN. I was like, damn, that's make. Don't go to your school. Coaches get hired to get fired. You're gonna go to your alma mater.
Yeah.
Unless you are, and Coach K didn't freaking play at Duke. Unless you're doing 42 years, bro. Your time is real short.
Yeah,
I agree.
And that's got to be a hard feeling. Like I done went to Jarvis and loving it, and 3 years later they were like, bro, you trash.
But we all know what that is, though. That's a booster grab, right?
Oh yeah.
The reason alumni come back is because of boosters. I mean, look at. Not saying that Juwan Howard ain't doing this thing at Michigan, but that was a booster thing. Everybody wanted Juwan Howard in the Fab Five back. He was a qualified candidate for the job, and he got it, and he's doing well. But that don't happen often. Kind of like Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin was a booster hire. Everybody know that. Pat Ewing is a
Chris was going to really
hire.
be able to. I really thought Chris was going to be completely bring cats. I just thought he was. I like Mullins at whatchamacallit. I'm like, yo, this cat Mullins is about to bring St. John. The Big East is about to be Pat Ewing.
So as soon as they got Chris Mullin, I was like, they should have got Mark Jackson.
Right, but that TNT money, You got to think TNT money.
Wrong teammate. Wrong teammate.
Bro, you ain't got to worry about these kids acting a fool.
No, it's true.
You true. None of that.
Yeah. You know what?
Ain't got to do
I'm
that.
just Mark the better coach.
Yeah, and you bring up an interesting point. Yes, for sure, we are off topic, but you do bring up an interesting point when it comes to something like that. We've talked about that on the show. I think it was the second show, Rashard. You and I talked about Mark Jackson not getting another coaching job in the NBA. Now, the question is, number one, well, the first statement we got to make: we don't actually know he hasn't gotten another opportunity. We don't know we don't know if he actually hasn't gotten an opportunity in the college ranks. He may just say, you know what. I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah, he might just fall back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It might just be one of those things like, look, I gave it a try. I'm not about to compromise myself because we all know why he got fired from the Golden State. He's like, hey, I'm not going to compromise myself. I'm not going to put my religion in jeopardy. I'm doing well where I'm at. God is good. Amen. And that may be the situation.
And then the NBA Finals made this boy call the championship game when Golden State won it.
Is it me? So is it me, or do Mark Jackson call every Golden State?
Game?
Everyone.
Bro, I'm not making this up, bro. I'm not making this up.
Injury. He called everyone.
Bro, that boy called the championship game. Boy, that boy had to watch.
His team
that boy had to watch,
that he put together.
Just because that man had to watch Steph and the boys get that trophy, and you was a coach previous years before.
He put that team together. That first championship. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back on it.
We can get to that in the NBA section.
Yeah. So we got, like I said, on the men's side, we got Villanova versus Kansas, and we've got Duke versus North Carolina. All right. So Rashard, I'm gonna give you Villanova versus Kansas. Okay, and then Jamal, you're gonna take Duke versus North Carolina just because that's your wheelhouse. Okay.
That's shady, bro. How come I can't talk about it? I'm playing.
The flip flop. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm playing. I haven't watched Kansas in a minute. Villanova, Jay Wright, he done had a solid program.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll with Nova, man. Now I can't tell you what's in my bracket. I'd be lying because I had Kentucky win the whole thing, and then Jay already said St. Peter's. That was a jab. So I really can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. Like
no, yeah.
I ain't watched Kansas. I couldn't tell you, but Nova, man, I'm telling you, I thought U of H beat themselves. That's a whole nother topic. U of H needs that one kid that don't look like us that can shoot from the corner, a JJ Redick, and you can kick it at him, and it's gonna be a different outcome, bro. You can't keep missing point blank layups. Y'all had Villanova, and I'm going off again. You held Villanova to 50? All right. But I just don't think Kansas is going to bring it like that. I think Villanova had a wake-up call when they played the U of H, and they're going to have to, bro. It's the Final Four. Like, you don't have a choice at this point in the season.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't. You gotta bring something out of you or your team. You can't just you can't do the front of the chest, and that's the bad thing about what the squad I roll with. The front of they think nobody's scared of that. Don't nobody give a damn about that damn boy. Villanova, bro. Villanova. I think Villanova can pull us out. Really
okay.
Do.
All right.
Now, what he's about to say? Oh my God, I can't even imagine. Woo! Where you gonna be? First of all, where you gonna be at Saturday to watch the game? You going somewhere? Or you at the house?
I haven't made a decision yet. I don't know if I'm gonna go to B-Dubs, if I'm just gonna be chilling at that. Because I got the 73. I got the 73 at the house, so I don't know if I really need to go anywhere.
This guy, a shameless plug.
And I got the 50. I also got a 55 in the bedroom. But who's talking? Anyways,
Timothy shameless plug.
I'm just. But anyways,
I'm gonna probably watch the game here, man. It ain't there ain't too many Duke fans in this part of the country, which is great. I love it. It don't matter.
Actually, you know what? I might come up to your crib because didn't you just say you had a hot tub at the house?
Listen, not enough of all that. So Duke, Carolina.
Yeah, enough of all that. Stay out of my personal bit.
Duke, Carolina.
Right.
I love it. You know, a lot of Duke and Carolina fans probably want to admit it. They probably think they probably nervous one way or another. I love it, man. It's Coach K's last hurrah.
Yeah.
They beat them senior night at Cameron Indoor. What better way to get revenge on the national stage of the Final Four? You know what I'm saying? They got something to play for. Not saying North Carolina don't. I just think Duke has more to play for, obviously, with the pageantry of all this stuff. They didn't really bring it at Cameron Indoor, and I think they want to get their revenge, get some payback. I think Duke's the better team. If I'm just being strictly analytical about it, I think Duke's the better team. I think they have the better players. They got more pros on their team, and they have the better coach. That's just what I think. Now, anything can happen in this tournament. North Carolina's been playing great all tournament long. An 8 seed doesn't get to the Final Four without playing great. They've been dominating everybody.
Yes.
None of their games have been close, except the last 5 minutes of that Baylor game. So it ain't nothing that – it's not to say you don't worry about UNC, but personally, I think Duke's the better team. They have been all year. Right? Everything says that. So even the regular season, the record, all that. So I just think on this stage – I'm going to go with the coach that's been coaching for 42 years over the coach that's in his first Final Four. And like I told y'all on the last episode, players win the first 3 games, coaches win the last 3.
Yeah, there you go.
In the Final Four. Now, to what you said about Villanova and KU, KU's been playing pretty good. Their defense has been good. That last game, they came out in the second half. I think they came out in the second half and they played off the top of my head, but they only scored 15 points in the second half. Like
they played Creighton.
Creighton. No, that wasn't Creighton. That was earlier.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. It was Miami.
Miami.
They played Miami.
They held Miami to 15 second half points, dominated.
Yeah.
So if they can carry that over to Villanova, I think they win. They got one of Villanova players towards Achilles. Come back. So that's going to hurt Villanova's depth. So Kansas has the talent to win.
Sorry, excuse me.
But I'll tell you this.
Thank you.
If Ochai Agbaji does not show up to play, he's supposed to be their pro. He's supposed to be the guy going to the league. If Ochai Agbaji don't show up, they won't win. Simple as that.
Is Hamilton still the coach at Miami?
Hamilton was at Florida State.
He's at Florida State.
Hamilton at Florida State.
So I'm thinking of somebody different.
Jim Larenega's at Miami. He's been at Miami for years.
Gotcha. I'm thinking of Florida schools. I'm looking like, man, somebody been down there for a hot minute.
Well, the ACC just been running through the tournament. Always in the league.
I can't say nothing. Kentucky out, Auburn out, Bama out. I can't say nothing about it. Yeah. Doing y'all thing. Yeah. That's true.
Oh my God. So now we've talked about men's, we've talked about the women's. So I'm gonna ask you both to make your picks for who you think is gonna come out of the women's side in the Final Four going into the championship, and then who's gonna be your ultimate champion for the women's side, and do the exact same thing for the men's side. Okay, Rashard, we're gonna start with you.
South Carolina.
Okay.
Don.
Okay, that's cool.
You're gonna have it ready. I know you needed me to go into some more. I can't name no names. I'm not gonna sit here like watching women's college basketball from October to freaking March. Not doing it. I like the coach.
Right.
She's a hell of a hooper. She's a motivator. South Carolina. Hey, so we got Stanford of Connecticut, Louisville, and South Carolina.
Right.
And I got a friend that's from Louisville. Oh my God. She's from Louisville and she talk trash. She talk trash to me all the time. She talk trash when Kentucky and Louisville play. We don't text each other but one time a year. My homegirl Stacy. Hey, we text each once a year. She like, we play today. I'll be like, and I hope we beat our ass. And we'll lose. And she'll be like, answer the damn phone. You not answer. I'm like, I'm bitter. First of all, I'm petty. Let's just start with that. This joker texts me. I wish I could show the phone. This joker texts me today like, yeah, Louisville, we going to the Final Four. I'm like, damn well I ain't watching women's Final Four like that. He just texts me. I'm like, okay, Don. I'm going to text her when we get off. I'm going to be like, Don on that tail. Stanford, But look at Stanford. Stanford's always had good women's programs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna go with your Stanfords, your Baylors, your UConns, your
They won
South
the national
Carolina,
championship last
your
year.
Notre Dame, bruh. Like anybody else you can think of? These programs recycle, like for real. There's two girls that was on the McDonald's All-American game. They both played for UCLA coming this year.
Oh, wow.
Like, damn, y'all playing against each other, but y'all gonna be with each other next year. I said, okay, now I'm gonna pay attention to this.
Yeah.
That could be dangerous.
I'm gonna pay attention to this.
He's-
But I think it'll be South Carolina. I mean, why not? South Carolina and UConn. Let's go.
Ooh, okay. You're going South Carolina, UConn. So who you picking to win the whole thing?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay. All right. Jay, what you got for us?
For the women's side, yeah, I'm gonna go with Dawn Staley. I'm gonna go South Carolina beating Louisville. Gonna pick Stanford over UConn though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Stanford.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
they won a national championship last year. They brought almost every girl back. They've been running through the tournament. I think they're gonna beat UConn. It wouldn't really even be an upset if UConn was there because the casual fan thinks UConn wins every national championship anyway.
True.
I think Stanford will go back because they won a national championship last year. But I think South Carolina will win it all on Sunday. The year where we had COVID, 2020.
So it is Sunday. So the national is Sunday.
National championship is
Yep.
Sunday. The Final Four is Friday. So
Okay.
that year, 2020, when we had COVID, they canceled the tournament for men's and women's. That
Yeah.
year, I think South Carolina would have won it all. I don't know if they even lost a game that year. Like they were running through the
Got some goons, bro.
Yeah.
They canceled the season, and then this past year, Stanford ended up winning the national championship. I think South Carolina coming for it. So I think
Can
they're
y'all
gonna
imagine?
run into Stanford, and I think Dawn Staley gonna get another one.
Look at the recruiting, and I know we off topic, but we buying some time. Look at the recruiting between Stanford, Connecticut, Louisville, and South Carolina. So Don is going against Gino for recruits. Stanford out west. So you're really not going to get a girl from the East Coast to go to Stanford. She's going to pay attention to UConn, Notre Dame, and South Carolina.
Right.
Louisville kind of in that little mix, like,
Yeah.
you're in the South, you got a good program, but we don't know really who your coach is. LSU's coach now, where did she just come from? Because she just switched from a squad that was she the Notre Dame coach?
Ooh.
I'm not
And
sure.
I'm
No,
not
she came from
challenging
Baylor.
y'all, but
Did
I'm
she
just
come from Baylor?
You see what I'm saying?
Baylor.
Like,
Yeah.
Came from Baylor.
was Baylor? She was the Baylor
Yeah.
coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like when I said Notre Dame, you kind of had to be like, hold up, let me see. But that's what I like about women's college sports. But the recruiting is so thick. So is Gino getting the leftovers from Don, or is Don getting the leftovers from Gino? When I say leftovers, like I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to UConn. I'd rather go to South Carolina. I don't want to go to South Carolina because I know that UConn's won so many.
No, like
Right.
we talked about earlier. I think Dawn Staley is replacing Pat Summitt. Like it's a bidding war. Remember how
Gotcha.
Tennessee and UConn used to go back and forth and talk about, who they wanted to get. If it's 5-star recruits, if it's 3 5-star recruits, Pat Summitt might get 2 of them. Gino might get 1, and then the next year it might flip. I think Dawn Staley is the new Pat Summitt down there in the South. She taking all Tennessee recruits, and she getting any other All-American, any other All-American that don't want to go to UConn. They coming to South Carolina.
They go to hey, and I know Candace Parker looking like, come on, man, Don, you killing me.
Now,
Killing us right now.
gentlemen, I've got something. We've got some live comments from people who have been sending stuff, and as you saw that comment that was on there. Here's a comment I'm about to put on right now. I want both of you to take some time to respond to, and I think this is very true. It's sad but true. Here's a comment. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't support women's basketball. Now, my question is this: do you both believe that as well? And if so, why do you think that is?
No, because I got friends that have the list of female friends that play college basketball. I have a bunch of friends that play college basketball. I can just tell you that women's college basketball.
Okay.
And they really let me be like, oh, don't forget to check out the game tonight. Not WNBA, but college. So no, in high school, I would go to the women's team was way better than our high school team. Bro, I'm sitting at the women, I'm front row. So I get that comment, but that might be from somebody who's maybe dating somebody who's just like LeBron's playing tonight, Kyrie's playing tonight, KD's playing tonight, and you're not really watching. Like, you got to be a fan for the comment. You got to be a fan of somebody who's watching women's college basketball. I'm not talking about WNBA. You got to get to the college basketball before the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking like, unfortunately, it's not a lot of. It might not be because are you a sports fan? I'm a sports fan.
Yeah. Jay, what do you got?
Yeah, I segue right off of what Rashard just said. Like, number one, a lot of women aren't sports fans. If we being honest, like a lot of women they're in relationships with men that are sports fans, so they watch whatever the man is watching or whatever their significant other is watching, right?
Right.
It's a small group of women that actually enjoy sports. And it is unfortunate. A lot of women don't support women's basketball, but it's a lot of things a lot of women don't support that women do. You know, me and my wife talk about comedians. Like, she watches comedians on Netflix that are female, and she's like, and I ask her, I'm like, how come, you don't see a lot of female comedians getting a lot of recognition? It's like, a lot of females don't even support them. They support the men's side. So it's all around. It ain't just sports. It's just women in general. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it is in our society about it. It's just that women want to do other things, I guess, unfortunately. But and then a lot of women work so hard to get noticed and to get that recognition. Like you were saying, when you coached your girls when they were younger, Tim, you talked about how they paid attention to detail. They were fundamentally sound. It's because they're trying to get that recognition and get noticed. And unfortunately, it's getting better. But unfortunately, a lot of women don't support women's sports because they don't know the women, or they don't follow the school, or they don't play the sport, or they can't see themselves sitting there for 2.5 hours watching a game where they don't know the players.
Right.
There's no brand recognition. A lot of it has to do with brand recognition too. So the NBA does a good job of brand recognition. You know who individual players are because you see them everywhere. Whereas the WNBA, you don't see very many individual athletes. You see when they win, but you don't see females doing advertisements or commercials, like, unless you really watch the sport. So I think if you have individual female athletes that are being promoted or doing ads or endorsements, I think that will make it a lot better for more women to gravitate towards, because they'll see they're just like them.
And that's what Candace Parker's doing now. If you really look at, that's what Candace is doing.
Over. Yeah, she crosses over.
She's out there. They got a cool little commercial where the mom's like, "Is that really a thing?" And the daughter's like, "Yeah, this is what she's a sports analyst, but she plays in the WNBA."
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's between soccer, tennis, and basketball. Like, how these ladies. And I've always thought about this, how these ladies put in just as much work. And the pay scale is that different between the NBA and the WNBA? So you trying to tell me Taurasi ain't worth $20 million a season?
It's a value proposition.
And then you got Brittany stuck over here across the way. Like, I bet she want to take up a little butt back whenever she do get back.
Over
she
there. Better.
Russia.
She better. Yeah.
I mean, like the men's soccer team, y'all making money. You bitches ain't even winning. The women's soccer team is winning. Like, bro, are y'all serious? Like, I think in my life, in the past, when I was in college, me and female athletes always, linked up.
Right.
And it would be a difference in conversation. Like, the game is not pat. Y'all losing. We got a win. We got a winning record. This is in high school.
Yeah, it's not
I
promoted
go to
as
my
much.
homegirl Jenny Smith. Hey, I'm watching Jenny like this. Like she cold. We suck. We ain't won but 3 games. They are like 15-2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not promoted as much.
Well,
But
we
that's
also,
not-
well,
to
we,
me,
but you know
that's
what?
just not-
But the thing is, we also talked about that exact same thing when it came to baseball. That's the reason why there's not a lot of, they can try to say baseball's America's pastime. It's pastime. It's just something to throw on the TV while you pass the time before something else comes on.
that's
But
different, bro.
America's nap time.
yeah, but the thing
yeah.
is the reason why is because it's not. It's true. It's true. He right. Because I put a
Very
game on, go right to sleep,
Very
boy.
true. You're like,
Wake
so-
up in the ninth inning, go Sox.
Right, like,
Anyways.
okay, Mariners, let's get it.
But the thing is that you don't see that push like you were seeing for like NBA, NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like with other sports, heck, even soccer is getting a bigger push than most of these sports, and I'm just talking about outside of women's too, but definitely over women's. And it's sad that it is that way. But at the same time, it's kind of like what I'm trying to ask. Like, okay, so are the athletes not really pushing for this stuff?
No, it's the organization itself. They're not pushing the individual athlete. Like these organizations are pushing the brand of the organization. So, for example, the WNBA is pushing for the WNBA, and it's like, watch us, we got next. Like all these slogans for the WNBA, but they're not pushing the athletes that actually play. Like the women got to go out of their way to
That's
get
why
endorsements.
Britney's in Russia.
Correct. And so in the NBA, you see NBA Cares commercials with these dudes out doing charitable events. Like the NBA has a partnership with the players. Whereas the rest of these organizations, these sports organizations, they feel like we can pay the players and they're good. Like we got ownership revenue, we can pay our players. They're not building a relationship with fans. They just want money. They're not building that relationship. It's like here in Kansas City, like you run into a regular dude on the street, he can't name the Royals players. He probably know more of the players on the Lakers than he do on the Royals, and he live here because
or the Yankees,
or the Yankees because they drive they push to endorse individual players as opposed to just the WNBA itself. Now the WNBA is getting better, so what you're starting to see is Shanae Ngakwe on ESPN. She's an analyst and she does NBA.
Her and her sister from Houston.
Her and her sister, right. You see Candace Park on TNT crossing over. So the reason she does that is so you can see her year round. Like you see her in the WNBA.
Candace is pretty as hell. Let's just
that too, obviously, right? We know how the corporate world works. But you see her year round, so now she can get commercials.
Being real,
but you see her in the WNBA. She wins the championship. She's already known for that. And then after she wins, you're not done seeing Candace Parker because
she knows what she's talking about on male and female. Yeah,
but that's an individual. You're starting to see Sue Bird in more commercials. Like these players are starting to finally endorse themselves individually, and hopefully it pushes forward. But that's the reason. To answer the question that we had, the reason why is because these leagues don't endorse women's basketball or women's sports athletes individually.
Okay, and to go along with that, like you guys are talking about with Candace Parker, not only is she on that, and not only is she playing, she's also on NBA 2K. 2K22. She's an analyst on there. So you're seeing her, you're hearing her on there. You're also seeing the videos that they do with involving them and stuff like that. And I think it's like I said, if they start doing more of that, I honestly believe it's going to take off because you know what? I love watching. I say that loosely. I love watching the NBA. Okay, but I tend to gravitate more towards the WNBA because those women play hard. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fighting for every single thing. Because they know if they play hard, they put out something good, then that means their revenue starts going up, which means if revenue starts going up, their contracts start going up.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they are still playing with the pure passion that I fell in love with when it came to the sport, when it came to the game, when it came to watching the game.
They are in modern day slavery when it comes to women's sports because I couldn't stand watching, and I will say this. I couldn't stand watching women's softball in the Olympics. I'm like, where's the ceiling at? Like, where's the top?
Mm.
What was her name? Finch, the chick used to throw and then throw against like MLB cats.
Yeah, the pitcher.
Like, where's your ceiling at? So with me, when it comes to women's sports, damn volleyball, damn softball, damn indoor soccer. If you're not playing basketball, you're not playing football. If you're not, and I'm being for real.
Right. I hear you.
WNBA, bro. My daughter's the laziest one in the world. My daughter never hooped. Bro, I'm a hoop fan. I told my daughter, I saw her miss some shot. I'm looking like, we good. Because if I gotta coach you, it's gonna be a doggone Bobby night. It's gonna be something else. I ain't got time to argue with the wife. Me and Tam ain't got time to argue. So this is gonna be a goddamn problem. We can't put this ball through this hoop. So guess what? I'm not going to no goddamn cheerleading competition. I'm not going to none of that. And I have friends that do that on a Saturday.
Right.
I am not watching my daughter do a doggone pyramid on Saturday. My daughter's shooting a 3. She either made it or she missed it. Not doing it. Not doing it. There's certain sports, bro. I'm not sand volleyball, beach volleyball. I'm not doing that. You're gonna hoop or you're gonna just be a girl. That's it. You have 2 options in this house. You ain't playing football. Softball, you going professional softball? Where the hell they play at?
I don't know, but okay.
Where the hell they play at? No, okay. I know I'm off topic, and I'm gonna stay off topic for 20 more seconds.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Softball league.
I'm gonna let you finish.
ESPN 5?
No, I'm gonna let you finish. First of all, I ain't no ESPN 5. I'm gonna let you finish, but I just gotta say this.
I got Jay. That's my goal every week to get Jay. Where the hell is my daughter playing at? ESPN 5?
Okay, I'm gonna let you finish, but I just gotta say this real quick. Once again, the thoughts and comments of Rashard Collins is nowhere indicative of this show and what we believe in and support. Thank you for supporting Hey Coach.
Disclaimer. My man got a disclaimer.
I'm gonna have to record that and just play that at some point in time during the show because you every single show come up with something.
Live TV. Y'all give me
oh my
God of what our production meetings sound like.
Okay. All right. We're jumping from that. Let's get over to the men's side, please. Can we get into the men's side?
Yeah.
All right. So let's when we started there. we kind of started there, but it went whatever. So now. I'm scared to go with you, Rashard, but I'm hoping if I go with you, you can get yours out of the way, then we can get to Jay.
What is it get me out of the way? I don't understand that, sir.
You got it, man. You got
it. I am very professional. I don't even understand.
Anyways, like I said, you taking KU Villanova, and we're letting Rashard talk about Duke, North Carolina. Who do you think is coming out of that off that side from the KU Villanova game? And then if you talk about, if Duke or North Carolina wins, who do you think on your side is going to actually win the whole thing?
I think Nova. I won't say it again. I think Nova. The Duke Carolina as a hater. As a hater, bro, like devil's advocate, I would love to see UNC just be like, it's a wrap. But for the storyline, come on, man. Coach K, they beat y'all at your last game in Cameron, and you done messed around and got your squad to the situation. Bruh, I'm trying to have a hoop party in my boys' crib for this game. I'm not being funny. I called them. I was like, bro, let's cook some brisket. Let's cook this brisket on Friday and we can watch the set. I really, and I'll be honest, I want to see Coach K coach a championship game. My roommate's a North Carolina fan from college. I hope his squad loses. I hope the Tar Heels get blown out. Oh, they beat these bitches by 15. Hey, I want to see Coach K in that. I mean, realistically, I don't give a damn Villanova a chance. I don't give a damn who he played. Bro, that man goes to the finals, not Final Four, the finals. Bro, you can't. When they gonna make the movie? 2025? When the movie coming out?
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, good question.
I'm gonna keep it simple, man. I ain't gonna overtalk the whole segment, but yeah, bro, real talk. And I'm going to a Duke fan's house too. That's the bad thing about it. I just want to look at him like he killed me when Kentucky. I want to be like, you raggedy bastard. Dap him up. Yeah, my boy Ed, man. No, I want to see. Hey Jay, I really want to see y'all in the finals.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jump on Carolina. Take their heart first half. Yeah.
All right, Jay. What do you got? You got, like I said, when we talked about this earlier in the show, Duke, North Carolina, for the very, very first time in history, meeting in the not the Final Four, not a championship game. I'm talking about in the tournament. Period.
Yeah.
So what do you got? What do you got for us on this side?
Yeah, like I talked about earlier, man. I think it's going to be a good game. It's Duke Carolina, right? It's the best rivalry in college sports. And I'm not just saying it because I'm a fan of the rivalry. I mean, the numbers speak for itself, right? You got 11 national championships, a bunch of wins, yada, yada, yada. But just because it's the last one for Coach K, for him to end it on this note, I mean, you couldn't ask for, you couldn't script it any better. I think they're going to win. All the reasons I said earlier. You know, if you're just tuning in, we talked about we alluded to it a little bit about the matchup. I think Duke pulls it out.
Okay.
And you know, I think good play. One of their rotations.
Jay's freezing up on my end.
Yeah, you cut out there a little bit, bud.
Right, Villanova.
I got it.
Okay, there we go.
They didn't have that'll probably come to bite them against a team like Kansas. I think Kansas will win. I think it'll be a Duke-Kansas national championship.
Ooh.
Duke wins. Me and my boy, we got every time KU and Duke play, he already know what it is, and I'm sure he watches. So you already know what it is. If that happens,
Duke can. Oh man, no, it's gonna be.
But I think it's gonna be full circle. So like picture perfect ending, right? Rashard talked about if they make the movie. Coach K's first national championship in 1991, they beat Kansas. His last national championship in 2022,
42 years, man.
They beat
42
Kansas.
years, bro.
That would be crazy.
He started in 1985, man. Coach K started in 1985, man.
That's oh my god, I can't even.
85, bro.
Wow.
He been rocking since then. That's why we saw all them cats at the game 3 weeks ago or a month ago. Like, man, that was my coach. We couldn't name him. Me and you, Tim, couldn't name him.
No. I could not. No, I can't.
Like,
I'm not even gonna try. I'm not trying. Nah.
Full circle. Duke over Kansas, man.
Nah, I'm not gonna try.
No,
not even gonna try.
I like the way you brought that. I like that.
Yeah. All right. So hey guys, what I want to do right now is I want to tell everybody out there that's watching this this podcast that our podcast on this episode is being brought to you by StreamYard. Now, StreamYard is an incredibly easy way to create a live stream podcast, or just go live stream doing anything. It has to be easy because I'm doing it right now. So if you want to start a live podcast, if you want to do live gaming, anything like that, go to StreamYard, sign up for them. You can to broadcast up to 8 different destinations. You can broadcast to YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. There's so many different ways that you can get your message out there and share it with the world. So go check out StreamYard at StreamYard.com and tell them that, hey, Coach sent you. Gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back with more Hey Coach. everybody, how we're doing? We're back with more Hey Coach. I'm Coach Tim Simpson. Of course, you know I'm rocking it with Rashard Collins and Jamal Mundane.
Sure. Is it nah.
Put you back. You good?
Hey, Rashard Mundane, baby. That sounds like I'm from like Louisiana or something. Like sound like it's
He Creole, your boy Creole, boy.
Hey. You got people from Louisiana, Jay?
Yeah, man. Them mundane roots go real deep.
Yeah.
I ain't just saying something to say something. I'm looking like, I'm from down south, baby, for real.
That's what's up.
Austin, though, so I am from the south.
Hey, okay, guys, look, we need to get into some NFL. There's been some crazy stuff that's going on these last few weeks. Heck, in the last few days, if you want to talk about it. We're going to talk about a few key trades that are going on and signs and this and that. One I would like to hit is the first one I like to hit is the Amari Cooper going from the Dallas Cowboys to the Cleveland Browns. Now, Jay, what's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I think that trade would have been a lot better if Jarvis Landry wanted to stay. I don't see Amari Cooper as a number one guy. He didn't make it work in Dallas for whatever reason. I've seen him quit on games. Like literally, Stephon Gilmore clamped this dude up and he waved the white flag in the middle of a football game. So I don't got that much faith in him. I don't know what it is about these Alabama receivers. I mean, after Julio, I don't know what's up with these dudes, man. But hey, that's just me. Maybe it may be my boy Rashard too. But I think in all seriousness,
yeah,
I think he's a good wide receiver. I don't think he's top tier. I don't think, you know what I mean? It wasn't a big splash. The splash was Deshaun Watson. Now, if Deshaun Watson can make him look good, then that's another story. But for face value, I mean, the reason Dallas wanted him to leave is because he was stunting the growth for CeeDee Lamb. Now, CeeDee Lamb could be a star.
Ooh.
Now, if you move Amari Cooper and him whining out the way, then CeeDee Lamb can blossom. So I think that's why they made the move. There was some locker room stuff that was going, they chirped back and forth. So they just got him out of there. So it ain't an accident. The league tells you something when you trade a player. They tell you how they feel when you see the trade. They let him go very easy. They put him in another conference, in another division, in a different side of the country. It tells you all you need to know about what they did to let him go. It wasn't a mutual exchange of goodwill or we'll see you later. They wanted him out of there. So here's what it is. I think he's a B-level wide receiver that went to Cleveland. So,
Rashard, what do you got?
Oh, I'm on it. I'm all on it. I'm all on it. First of all, we got a Raider bar out here in Houston. I got into it with some cats. I was like, this dude is trash. I said, Alabama don't produce nothing. Alabama's a good college program. Who in the NFL is just Julio? Now you overrated. You got Henry. He good, but now you done got hurt, bro. Ingram, bro. Do not get me started with Alabama football players.
The running backs and the defense is good. It's the quarterbacks and the wide receivers that are But the defense is running backs.
Where did CeeDee Lamb go?
CeeDee Lamb went to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, bro, that's right.
He ain't got but yeah. Bro,
Waddle.
Now you looking, you searching and looking.
No,
Alabama is
Waddle's
the best
good.
AAU squad in the NCAA.
Kind of like Kentucky.
No, they don't do nothing. First of all, you watch them out. You look at you had a 1 point from me. First of all, why you BSing? Hold on, Dave. Why you BSing? You talk about Kentucky basketball, because we ain't talking about Kentucky baseball, football, volleyball, nothing else.
They have a football team.
And be like, how many current NBA players are from Kentucky? It's gonna give you damn near 29, bro. You're gonna damn near watch every game. There's gonna be somebody on there.
Right.
You ain't gonna win on national championship messing with Calipari.
Right, you're right.
Get you in that thing.
What you think about Amari?
Yeah.
Bro, Alabama don't produce no college, no NFL killers. Coop is a joke. I hated him. I got into an argument at a Raider bar when this boy was on the ride. I said, this boy sucks. He caught the ball. They was like, yeah, what? I said, that was one. They threw it to his ass 7 times. Stop.
But sir, I'm gonna need you not to use the hate word. That's so strong. That's too strong for this show. Don't
Okay,
use
I
that.
dislike the hell out of
Okay.
this MF. How about that? And when I say MF, I mean my friend. How about that? How about that? MF means my friend.
Okay, I got
Not,
you.
the boy, Coop is good. Let me just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm cracking joke. Coop is good, but did he know something to go to Cleveland before Deshaun got there? How you pick Cleveland?
Yeah.
You didn't pick San Fran. You didn't pick the Rams. You didn't pick the Raiders to go back again, swallow some pride. You didn't pick the. I mean, where are you going to go? The Saints? You didn't go to the Bengals. What did you know?
Good point. But was it his choice? Was it his choice?
You took your butt to Cleveland? What you know? Bro, that boy could have went to the Bengals, back to the Raiders, to the Rams. I mean, realistically, bro, that boy could. I know he ain't in there with Tom Brady, but he could have went like, Tom, where you going? I mean, Coop is a good receiver, and he is. He said he was one of the best ones. I get it. You gotta pump yourself up. You can't knock yourself down.
Right.
But as a Raider fan, it was just like he didn't Odell Beckham for me.
Yeah.
Year 1 or 2. He didn't go do that. I'm like, this cat ain't the deal. But when you look at Alabama players, and I'm being for real, look at Alabama. Okay, so who we got? We got Henry balling out.
Yeah.
Ingram keep getting traded.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop at them two. Like, those are names that we know. Like, bro, Alabama, like Saban like a good dope dealer, bro. He gonna get you hooked, and then whatever happens with your life after that is over. I got nothing to do with that. He's a good dope dealer.
Once again,
like,
this show, Mr. Saban, is not indicative on on thoughts and comments of Rashard Collins.
and I have no middle name, Nick. If you get it, if you get wind of this, goddamn, we done made it. I don't know why y'all know me. Somebody be like, Nick, they were shaming you. Like, you fucking right. Like, you produce national almost championships because Clemson's keep dogging y'all asses out. Like, all right, yeah, I went there. All right,
yeah, okay.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, so let's move to the next trade, which both of you guys had alluded to with the Deshaun Watson. Now, given that, their current roster and even some of the additions that they've had, because not only they add him, I'm trying to think who else they added. They added Chase. Is it DN? Was
go back to what I said. They added Coop.
I don't know. Anyway, but they added Coop. If we're talking offensive side, they got Coop. They still got Hunt and
running backs.
Hunt and Chubb. Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
They got 2 running backs, right?
Yeah, 2 dogs. Yeah. 2 dogs. They ain't got 2 running backs. They got 2 pit bulls.
Okay.
Them dudes nice.
Nixon's in Cincinnati, right? From Oklahoma?
Yes.
They got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb.
I keep getting them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're talking about they're adding Deshaun Watson, which we talked about last show. What are your thoughts kind of pre NFL season of what they could possibly look like? Jay, we'll start with you.
Are we assuming that Deshaun Watson is playing? Because
okay. Let me preface that. Let's assume that there's no suspensions. Okay, let's just assume that everything's hunky dory, everybody's healthy, season is good to go, everybody's good. All right, so let's go with that.
All right, so the scenario that you are talking about is next season, basically, because he's gonna be
suspended. Oh yeah, we know that.
when he can play and at full strength. All right, in all seriousness, at full strength, they got a chance to win their division. They're not a Super Bowl roster. They got a good defense. Will come in and probably be arguably best quarterback in the division. But that boy Joe Burrow may have something to say about that. So they got a chance to win that division, the North, I would say, but nothing past that. They can get a wild card weekend and host a playoff game. I don't think that franchise is stable enough to win a Super Bowl. Like they're my entire life they've been dysfunctional. So I can tell you anytime I've ever thought Cleveland, I was like, oh, them boys might do it. No.
This is their year, baby.
Right. I've never said this is the year for any team in Cleveland. I mean, even when LeBron was there, I was not like, this is the year. Because it's Cleveland.
Oh, man.
But for the Browns, it was just like, I think they could be good enough.
Hey, real talk. This is the job calling me. I'm about to step out. This is the job calling me for real.
All right.
Do I need to hear stop Cam?
Yeah. Make sure your mic's off too.
We can go to the dual screen. So, but yeah, I just don't see anything.
Oh, not that. Go ahead.
I don't see anything that jump off the page. Like they could win their division at full strength. That's all I see.
Okay. I agree with you. And it's like, I think we've talked about this before. Like when you want to go back to like when Philadelphia, when they had Donovan McNabb, and they brought in I think it was Terrell Owens, and they had like their whole offense and defense was stacked. And everybody's like, yo, they just basically handed them the Lombardi trophy. Like they hadn't even played the game yet, and then oh man, these guys on paper they gonna be stacked, but they forgot the key words on paper. Right. Because they didn't do nothing that year. I mean, they played. I mean, they played good. They made it to the playoffs, but I think they got bounced out the first round. If I'm correct,
they did. The AFC this year is just too stacked. I mean, it's too many good quarterbacks. There's too many good teams. The AFC West, that whole division is better than the North. I mean, other than Cincinnati. Like, so I don't see them doing anything crazy in Cleveland. Like, there's too many good teams in the AFC for me to think past them winning the division. Because even if they win a division, so let's say they win a division, they have a good record. Congratulations, you won your division. You get a home playoff game against the LA Chargers. You get your reward. Or congratulations, you Lamar Jackson in your division for the first round. You know, like I don't see anything good coming out of it.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when you dropping stuff like that. That's like, I mean, you're playing well. It's great. We got some prizes for you. Here you go. Here's your first round matchup.
You get to go to Kansas City. You go to Kansas City and play them in a wild card game. Yeah.
Yay! No, okay. So I get you. So let's transition over to another trade. Yeah. Now we're just talking. Now in this whole segment, we're just talking players. I'm not talking draft picks. I'm not talking money. I'm not just talking about straight up players. Nothing else. Yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. So you basically got Drew Luck going to Seattle and Russell Wilson going to Denver.
Yeah.
Like when I heard that, I was like, wait, what? I'm thinking when I heard it, honestly, I thought I left my Xbox on and Madden was still playing, and I thought the trade came through. So I was like, oh snap, I got Russell Wilson. No. So this is a real thing. So what are your thoughts on that situation? Because Drew Luck, where did he graduate college from? Where did he play college ball at?
Drew Lock is actually from here, from the Kansas City area.
Really?
So people that are watching from Kansas City, yeah, he's from Lee Summit.
Okay.
Played his college ball at Mizzou. Yeah, so he's a local kid here. It just didn't work out. Like once Elway took over after Peyton Manning, they're going through the same thing that the Colts were going through after Andrew Luck retired, right? Different quarterbacks starting every year, Brock Osweiler's of the world and all that. So just didn't work out with Drew Luck. He was a part of a trade everybody knows by now with Russell Wilson, a bunch of picks. But the reason Russell Wilson ended up in Denver, and we talked about a couple episodes ago. Y'all can check out our Hey Coach podcast and watch some of the episodes. Go back. We talked about the no trade clause. So Russell Wilson, he basically voided his no trade clause to go to Denver. He wanted to play in a division that was competitive, that had a team that was ready to win, and try to carve out his own legacy. Him and Pete Carroll were butting heads. They had two different views on what the team should be.
Right.
Their vision was different. Russell Wilson's been in the league for almost 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? He's a veteran, so he earned the right to go play somewhere else. And that's what it was. I mean, I think it's good for football to have a division where there's good quarterback play in every single team. So the AFC West will be the most exciting division to watch this year. I'm excited for it. Denver Broncos being good is good for football. They're selling the franchise, so hopefully we get some good ownership there. So it'll be exciting to watch Denver Broncos football. I'm not a Broncos fan, but I like football. I love football. So Russell going there, we'll see what the AFC West look like. I know a lot of people here in KC nervous, but the Chiefs are still good. It'll just make the games competitive. So I think it's good for Russ to get a different scenery. Let's call it that. So get out of Seattle.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like it. I like the Russell and Pete Carroll combo. But I kind of was like, yo, you guys, they won one Super Bowl together. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for one of those two to make a change. And then lo and behold, Russ is going to Denver. You know, and it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, you know, they've had. I mean, it's not like they've had like any one of their teams have been terrible. You know, they've always been able to put out winning teams. But Russ also had some key injuries throughout his tenure there that kept him sidelined. So there was a couple times that came back for injury and he just didn't seem like he was the same old guy. Just seemed like an old guy at times. But I love
injuries take years off you, man.
Oh man, who are you telling, man? I don't even want to talk about the injuries I got from being in the military. But I get up now and my eyelashes hurt sometimes. But but seriously, I thought, in my mind, I thought it's like, maybe it's probably a good time for them to move on. Now, I want to talk about one that might sting you a little bit. And I think you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That would be Khalil Mack leaving your beloved Chicago Bears and going to a team you mentioned earlier, the Chargers.
LA Chargers.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
It didn't. So initially I was upset about it. Like, man, we just let him go. We didn't get anything in return. But then I thought about it. We went and got him from the Raiders a few years back. It was a big blockbuster trade. I think it's better. I think it was good for the Bears and for Khalil Mack to go somewhere else. Honestly, we got a new coach. We got a new GM. They got a whole nother vision. They want to get younger. Khalil Mack was getting hurt the last couple years. He was either hurt, didn't want to play anymore, whatever it was. You can't have that in the locker room when you're trying to build something. So it was good. I mean, get him out of there. Hopefully he's healthy. But like I said, the relationship, get him into another conference, another division. We don't got to see him twice a year.
Right.
Like he went to the Vikings or Detroit. So as long as he's over there, now these Chiefs fans got to deal with him if he's healthy. But the Bears, I think they trying to go in another direction. I'm not going to make no proclamations about what the Bears are going to look like this year. When it comes to the Bears, I'm always wait and see. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully they let the kid start at quarterback and continue to develop Justin Fields. But best of luck to Khalil Mack. I just hope they shore up the defense and make sure they pay Roquan Smith. Whatever y'all do, Bears. Chicago Bears is watching this. Pay Roquan Smith, please. He's the best linebacker in football. I don't care what nobody says. The numbers say it. He's the leader of the defense, and he's young. So you better pay him. He doesn't get hurt. Pay that man. Let him anchor the defense, and we'll be straight. Now, we have a defensive coach from the Colts, so hopefully he got the same vision, but we'll see, man. They trying to start over. They trying to shake it up, get Khalil Mack in a better situation. We paid him the money. Didn't work out. We got a couple playoff appearances out of it, but didn't work out. That's the league. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Now, I will say this, Roquan Smith, you are right, 100% defensive nightmare. I know he's leading my team in sacks on Madden. So y'all better pay him because I paid him a whole lot. I paid him a whole lot on Madden. Okay,
pay that man Roquan.
He got a max deal in my squad. All right, so we have got to talk about. Oh my Lord, baby. Okay, well, before I hit this, well, there's actually two I want to hit. Two more I want to hit before the main one. Devontae Adams going from the Packers to the Raiders.
Yep.
Oh, Rashard's back. Oh, you know what? That's funny. As soon as we start talking about this trade, he pops back in. Go ahead and put your Raiders hat back on, sir. Bro,
that right there is cool. Man, all right.
So you heard what the question was, right?
No, all I heard was Devontae Adams, Raiders, yada yada.
Yes.
Yada.
So the trade of Devontae Adams going to the Raiders from the Packers. We're gonna go to Jay first because I want to make sure you have enough time to gather your thoughts and your emotions. Go ahead.
None. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm all right. Go ahead. Let me stop. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'll be short, man. Devontae Adams didn't want to play in Green Bay anymore. He didn't want to play for a franchise tag. Aaron Rodgers got, I don't know where he at, 40, 50 million a year, 150 million guaranteed, something like that. So they didn't have the money to pay him. And his choice was either I stay here and play on a franchise tag or I get paid like the best receiver in football and get the highest contract at the time. And let me go play with my quarterback from Fresno. So he went to the Raiders. A lot of people don't know Devontae Adams went to Fresno State and played with Derek Carr at Fresno. And so they trying to make something happen there. Again, we're back talking about the AFC West, this division. But I think this division will be talked about all year because of the acquisitions over the offseason, the teams that lost players, the teams that gained players. But yeah, I think it was a good move for Devontae to go to the Raiders. He'll be the number one guy there. He'll get one-on-one matchups. He won't be freezing in December, January. So, let's see what happens.
That's true. All right, Rashard. The floor is yours, sir.
I'm a realist. We ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna go nowhere. We're in the AFC. We ain't gonna get past Cincinnati. We ain't gonna get past the Chargers or the Chiefs. First of all, how many catches is he gonna get from Waller? He gonna take Waller's catches? He gonna take Renfro's catches? Nope. You were the third option, sir. Welcome to Vegas.
He's not the third option.
Oh, what did he do? The second? He ain't getting it from Waller.
He's the highest paid receiver in football. You think he's the third option?
Highest paid, but you ain't getting it from Waller though.
Well, I would say this. I think he's going to make Waller and Renfro's careers go up even higher because he is going to draw so much attention. Because think about what he was doing. Think about what he's doing in Green Bay, though. Think what he's doing in Green Bay, and they had a decent receiving core.
Yeah, we got a better receiving core.
Yes,
we don't have the quarterback to do it in Vegas, bruh. You serious, bro? He's not gonna get the Waller, Renfro, that third down cat. I don't give a damn. You can say what you want about Renfro. Renfro was Deshaun Watson's receiver in Clemson, bruh. It's a good receiving core, but the only person that's gonna really drive us is Jacobs. If Jacobs don't run the ball, we're gonna be irrelevant, bro.
What other receiver would you want? If the Raiders could get any receiver in football, who would you want?
Ruggs.
All right. So in real life, what receiver would you want that was available? Let's say available.
A healthy Odell.
You want a healthy Odell over Devontae Adams? All right, man. You tripping?
No. I like the acquisition. I like it, but I hate that. As a fan of that squad, we're gonna be so just. and Tim about to say something smart when I say what I'm saying. It's we got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Oh, we about to do something. We're not.
You thought that. You thought that.
Nothing.
I didn't say the state. I didn't say the state of the Raiders organization.
Bro, he has to be himself though. But Carr has to give him that ball. Am I right? Carr has to give him the ball.
Yeah.
But Carr got Waller, Renfro, Adams. He's got a little your boy from Miami. He got a little Tua pressure on him now. You have the weapons.
It sounds.
I don't want to hear any excuses at this point.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like
we'll see.
Like Tua, we done brought you the highest paid cat or one of the highest paid cat. I don't know whose contract is what.
Tyreek is
now.
Like Carr is gonna have to ball out. I loved it because I heard there was a little rift between. This is what I heard, and if it's true, it's not. The fact that Aaron Rodgers was kind of stalling out on X, Y, and Z, and then you get this contract, and then it's kind of like, hold on, bro. You kind of looked out for yourself. You didn't really look like for us how you presented it. It was gonna be me and you. We gonna like who's that running back? Like who the hell is the damn Packers running back? Who's they tight end?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is a running back.
See, I didn't know that, but y'all was able. But you get what I'm saying? Like I'm not being funny with it, but I'm looking like I don't know.
I get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
okay, so let me ask both of you this question then. Okay, so because Jay, you had said something about this that Carr and Lord Jesus Adams played in college together, right?
Fresno.
Okay, so my question is this: being how they saw such success with what happened in Cincinnati with Chase and Burrow, do you think that maybe that? I mean, maybe I'm stretching a little bit. Maybe I'm just trying to throw something out there. But do you think maybe that could have been something that played into it? Like because Carr has had some issues with receiving core and other things that maybe they say, hey, if we can get somebody that he's had success with, that he knows, maybe we can kind of create that same type of chemistry that was created in Cincinnati.
Y'all got to realize once Ruggs got into that issue, the situation with the young lady and the dog or whatever, bro, the Raider whole season was done. You already had Waller, who was still healthy. Renfro was still doing his thing. Ruggs was taking the top off, the lid off, yada yada yada. He was doing that. When that dude came out of the system and it just became Waller and Renfro, and then Waller got hurt, and then Jacobs is hurt. Bro, the Raiders was just a squad. We had won enough games at that point to be in consideration. But when Ruggs did that, nothing. So with Adams, if Carr, and it's not even. I don't even think it's Waller, Renfro, or Adams. If we can get the left tackle, the right tackle, the center, y'all already know where I'm going, to block for this cat, and that's his boy from college. So my thing is, that's a boy from college. Y'all leave this place 3 years together. You have some type of rapport. It ain't like a one and done basketball type. I think they'll be okay, but I don't see the Raiders doing that. Man, we're in AFC, bro. We ain't about to do nothing. Nothing.
Jay, what you got?
I wasn't saying I don't think the Raiders going to win anything, but the question was about Devontae Adams in that trade. I think it was good for him. He went and got his money, and he went and played for a team that actually wanted him to be there. So, and also Derek Carr. Derek Carr don't get enough credit for what he did last year. With all that was going on, John Gruden getting fired, with all that emails, the Henry Ruggs situation, and Darren Waller was hurt for like the last 5 games, and he still took them to the playoffs. I mean, he don't get the love that he deserves as a top-tier guy, but with what he had to deal with, how many quarterbacks in the league could have took that team to the playoffs after dealing with all that?
And as a Raider fan, I hate that I can't remember. Remember the cat that threatened the dude on the Instagram joint in the whole situation?
Yeah,
right after Ruggs.
Yeah,
I went through that.
A week later. Yeah,
Professional.
He dealt with all that.
Y'all
It's
can't
only
say,
a hand.
man,
It's only a handful of quarterbacks that could have handled that,
right?
And still took your team and still won games and took your team to a playoff.
Yeah.
So you got to give him credit for that, man. I think
you really do, because of the way he, like, any interview you would see, he was stellar. It was never. Well, me, I'd have been like, gonna kill somebody. All that old shit. I know me. And like I said, my Ruggs grew up with my nephew, so I know that, I'd have been all over the place. Carr was just like, man, look.
Yeah. And I think his reward for doing that last year was getting him Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Oh, good call. Yeah, good call getting them. Like, really. But Jacobs got to stay healthy, though, bro. Jacobs is like the new Jerome Bettis. You get hurt every year. Jerome Bettis used to get hurt every year. Adrian Peterson wasn't getting hurt like that, bro. Emmett wasn't getting hurt like that. Barry wasn't getting hurt like that. Jerome's ass was getting hurt all the time right before the playoffs. Then they go to the playoffs. Now he want to show out. Like, nah, we're not doing this.
Well, the way I look at it, when we watched the games back when we were younger, you lose some of those players, Rashard, Emmitt Smith, and guys like that. A lot of times they were hurt, but they wasn't saying nothing, and they was playing.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the show we did when Jay was on his vacation frogging around the world. We did, and it's like Anthony brought up in one of the shows when we talked about stuff like that, like when he brought up the whole thing with LeBron James and having cramps and stuff like that, and then you talk about Michael Jordan playing through
when he played in San Antonio during the playoffs?
Yeah, and then you talk about how Jordan played through the stomach flu, not the flu. It was just he basically had a pizza from that some guys delivered in Utah to his hotel room. So he basically pretty much had the runs. Anyways,
flu game Jordan sound better than pizza
Pizzagate. Yeah, Pizzagate.
It's all about marketing.
But no, I mean, when you think about that, that's what kind of I question athletes of today. Yeah. Like is it are they truly really that soft, or is the game has it changed so much that okay, look, I'm trying to give the analysts
no, go ahead
spin on this. I know what the answer is, and you both know I know what the answer is. But what I'm saying is, are the players of today really that soft? And I'm talking about across sports. Across all sports. I mean, well, I can't say all sports because we mainly focus on football and basketball because those are the main sports that we all watch. You know what I'm saying? Now we also all have some different interests as well. I watch baseball on occasion. And I enjoy watching hockey too. I look forward to somebody getting get their teeth knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't watch hockey until the playoffs, but I do watch hockey though.
Okay, so I mean I got a lot of interest. Yeah. But so my question is, if we're talking about football and basketball, are the players, in your opinion, are they softer?
Yeah, let me go first. Yeah, let me go first. Yeah, I'm gonna cut them off. I'm gonna cut Jay off because you're gonna address I'm gonna let Jay do. Bro,
no, you got it.
Seriously though, like they really are though, bro. It's like the whole it goes into the, and I used to be a school teacher. It goes into the participation trophy era. Like that's what it is. Like every time you in basketball, every time you get touched, it's not a foul. I tell my boy Ed that all the time, bro. If I'm in the paint, every time somebody swipe, it might hit my hand, bro. That don't mean I gotta flop and do the Vladdy and the Alonzo Mourning and all that. Every time you get touched, it's not a foul, bro. They bogus. You go to football, somebody might have pulled your jersey a little bit. But if we was at home with Uncle Jay and Uncle Timothy and somebody pulled something, you done caught the ball, what is the kid gonna do? He's gonna talk trash to his uncle. Yeah, uncle, you pulled my jersey, yada yada. But he's not gonna focus on like, yeah, he pulled my jersey, or if he misses the ball. Bro, they soft, and I have no problem with telling my nephew them that. And I tell him all the time, I said, bro, you really called that foul? I said, bro, I barely bumped you. You in the post, you try to come in here with this reckless elbow, so you gonna just come up here with the layup like, oh, I'm looking like, bro, you could have hit my damn tooth. I wasn't gonna say nothing. They soft, bro. They man, so, bro. Football, basketball, baseball too. You can't even get my man from the Angels to ball up. What's my man? It ain't the pitcher. It ain't
You talking about Mike Trout?
You can't even get this cat to do a doggone damn near past a Subway commercial. They don't care, bro. They soft, bro. It's like, who's teaching y'all? Who's taking y'all to practice? Is your uncle and them not taking, like, where's the family member or the coach that's hard on you?
Well, that's a whole different other subject. We're not gonna get into that because I can go on for an hour or two talking about that. No, Jay's gonna talk. Jay's gonna get his right now. So Jay, what do you got for us? What do you got for us, baby? You
good? I mean, we all see it, right? If you've been alive for over 25 years, you've seen it, how it's changed. I think it's a society thing. Honestly, I'm gonna go that route. It's soft all across the board, you know. What we allow, what coaches allow, what parents allow, what society allows. You know, people get second, third, fourth, fifth chances. There's no winners or losers anymore. One of my boys, one of my good friends, I've watched his son play basketball since he was 3 years old. And he's one of the top prospects in the state of Kansas. He's in high school now. You know, I watch his games anytime he's close to where I live. I go to his games. I support him. I talk to him on the phone personally, give him game, whatever. And these parents at these games, these AAU games, his high school games, whatever it is, man, it's just like when he was real little, he played in a game before he started playing competitive AAU. They used to play in games where there was no scoreboard. Like, who does that? Like, that's not life. It's not real life. So I say all that to say it's a society thing. Like, obviously, if you grow up in that environment and they teach that, then of course it's going to be softer, right? When we was growing up, we didn't have any of that because the people before us didn't know any different. The people before us taught us how they played or how they lived or, you know what I mean, how they went out and handled sports. We all basketball players. When we grew up with the guys that played ball in the 70s and 80s, and they taught us how to play their way.
Yes.
Now, the way players are getting taught, they're getting taught off what they see. You know, everything is what they see, and everybody has their own individual workouts, and nobody can tell these kids no, and because you're afraid that the kid may walk away, like they don't need you. So, like Rashard said, there's no tough love, there's no hard coaching, there's no life lessons being taught for these kids in sports. Like, we always related sports to life. You got to work hard, and you'll see the results. And sometimes you're going to fail, but you learn from your failures.
Yes.
You get back up. You come to work every day. You show up. You play hard. It's merit-based. You're rewarded by how well you play. And now it's like the kids have the control. I think that's what it is. It's just a shift in control where if they don't want to do something, they can threaten to leave. I can go to a different college. I could be in a transfer portal 4 years in a row. I can go to a different team now.
I can go to a different AAU team if I want to.
AAU team if I want to. I can go to a different high school if I want to. Like, I think it's just we don't know the line of player empowerment versus coaches actually, caring about kids in their future. Because when they're done with school, life is going to tell them no at some point, and you're not going to know how to handle it. So of course it's something. Of course.
Okay, hold on.
Did
Wait,
y'all
Rashad.
grow up? Hold on, Tim, real quick. 20 seconds. Did y'all ever grow up with the when you make the basketball team, it was a list posted outside before school started?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Now, fundamentals are taught half-assed, and they are focusing on
whoever this is.
Yeah.
I love the questions. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's the 100%. 100%. Now, I got to hit two things. Jamal, you sir, you need to stop. I need you to stop. Okay, I need you to stop saying stuff and bringing stuff up that start getting my mind going.
Hey,
okay,
that's why
listen. Here's and I'm gonna go back to something you said too, Rashard. Okay, you talk about like you're playing with your nephew. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out there playing, and you're like, oh hey, y'all ain't calling no weak fouls. I deal with this right now currently with my minor league team that I coach. And I get guys out there who are playing pickup ball, and they're whining about tic-tac fouls that you're not getting in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the guys that didn't for that, and I'll say this, for the guys that didn't play for me last season, okay, this is their first time, man. I get it. But the guys who played for me before, and you're still trying to get those calls in a scrimmage, I'm telling you, I'm about to. I don't want to. I don't want to reference back to it again, but I'm about to call Will Smith up and player. I got a couple Chris Rocks down here. I need you to slap. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, that's why I tell him, I'll say, I'm the one calling fouls. Y'all just play ball. I'll call fouls. And most of the time, I'll sit there on the sideline. I might be on my phone. I might be on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I might be on TikTok. I might be on YouTube, Facebook. I might be on something else, not paying attention to nothing. Coach, you said that foul? No, that's no foul. I'm like, no, I'm not calling those stupid fouls. You're not getting that in a game.
Play ball, man.
And the problem is, now going to transition over to what Jay was talking about. The problem is, in their mind, they are conditioning themselves to only play to a certain point. They're not playing through the contact. They're not playing through the adversity they have to go through. That goes back to exactly what you were just talking about. The simple fact is, it's society. Everything has changed to include everybody. That's the reason why a lot of these schools went to not cutting, because they didn't want kids to feel left out. But you're not helping them. You're destroying these children, because
I went to a high school with 5,000 kids, and we had 13, 14 people on our high school team. You got cut. If you weren't good enough to play, you didn't play.
But the thing is, think about this. Think about this one scenario. What happened to Michael Jordan's career if he didn't get cut? Because he said, I came back because I got cut.
You got cut his sophomore year.
And he said, I was better than that person that I got cut. Yeah. And he came back with a different mentality. Now, what happens if he was included? What happens if they didn't do? Yeah, what happens
or if he transferred to another high school?
Yeah. Right. That's another thing that Jay said. That's another thing that said. Jay said, now my problem is this so-called player empowerment. We're not only seeing it at the NBA level, we're seeing it at the AAU level. We're seeing it in the middle school level. I'm seeing it at the Y level.
All right. So this is where I cut in at.
Go ahead.
I coach middle school, boys and girls. I end up going back to my old school, and I coach both. So I get the kids together. We was at a different campus. We moved to another campus with an actual gym. So I'm like, they're like, Coach, we're going to get a squad. I'm like, yeah, we get a team. I'm the PE teacher. I have 65 kids go out for the middle school team. I'm like,
65?
65.
That's it?
The principal, hold on. Yeah, that's it. The principal, she played at San Diego State. So you done already went through Division I basketball.
Right. Okay.
So I'm looking like it's a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade school. So how we doing this? Oh, nobody needs to get cut. So on this show, I will not curse and explain the language that I said to this lady, because you got me effed up. I have only. So how many jerseys we got? That's the first thing I went with her. How many jerseys we got? Ain't nobody get cut. She can't explain that. I said, so do you want me to go 6th and 7th and then 8th grade is by himself? She couldn't answer that. I'm looking like, how you play Division I ball? You can't answer. I'm looking at the She's assistant principal. I'm like, okay. I got 65 kids. I said, all right, we're going to go with this. Grades, performance, and so-and-so. But the dopest thing about this, my assistant coach played overseas in the Yao Ming League, and he got drafted to Seattle Supersonics. So he's like, Collins, I got it. We're going to have an NBA tryout.
Yep.
I said, what?
I was just about to say, all you need is two hard practices.
All I did was do this. I was like,
yep.
Joe Temple in Houston, Texas. Joe Temple in Houston, Texas from San Diego, California. I said, you got it, bro. I stood back there. That boy put chairs and so-and-so. Sharif Ford. What's my man from that lost to Sherrell Ford? Sherrell Ford from the crib, right? He from Illinois, right?
Yeah.
But Sherrell Ford, they went to the Suns.
Yep.
Bruh. Temple did a middle school basketball tryout. It was NBA structured, and all I did was sit over here. I was like,
yep.
Bruh. So don't tell me no, we got, bruh. He eliminated cats like.
Two hard practices.
Yep.
They'll cut themselves.
Yeah.
You gonna cut yourself, grades. Why are you out here just because your friend out here? Joe Temple, I'm telling you now.
Mm-hmm. Two hard practices. Cut yourself.
Hey, Sherrell Ford was at the. He said somebody on Seattle talked so bad as Sherrell Ford. I'm looking like, what? He was like, bro, these pros was on him trying to see what they made of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This boy hosted a middle school out just like the NBA. I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't even post the roster. I just coached. I didn't cut nobody.
They left.
Bruh, really? Yeah.
Now, when you said you had 65 come out of the team, and I said that's it. Like
we've had. Big. I didn't go to school like Jay with 5,000 people.
Well, I mean, our school wasn't like the middle school I coached at wasn't like huge, but one year I had 165 boys and 120 girls with no ability to cut. And I'm like, first of all, as a coach, how am I improving any of these kids' life as a player? I can't spend enough time, even in groups. I can't spend enough time with these kids to actually truly improve them, especially if you're talking about during the season. Now, in the summer, it's different. You can schedule some stuff. They show up, they work out, and that's what I did. But if you're talking about during the season, how are you really improving in these kids? And like we both have said, in a society where none of that stuff happens, if you're not performing at your job, are you getting a promotion? Oh, Jay, you know what? Jay, you've been working for Verizon selling phones for 5 years, and you've sold a total of 3 phones. You're promoted to store manager because you've been A-OK, buddy. Come on now, seriously,
Yeah.
Rashard. You know what I'm saying? You've been working for Pizza Hut, behind the counter. You've been doing this for 5 years, and you have not upsold anything in this store. And as a matter of fact, you have 5 customer complaints. You are now promoted to divisional manager.
Yeah,
Seriously?
Because they came in a building, you asked for mozzarella sauce, and then you wanted extra cheese, bro. I can't. You should have ordered it on the app. Nobody told you to walk into Pizza Hut, and then you altering your order. I'm not doing that. Nah, because you on a scam. I'm from Illinois, bro. You on a hookup, you on a scam. My pizza needs to be discounted. I'm not doing it. So you know what? Call the manager. He's my cousin. Yeah, call the manager. Yeah.
Okay, see, Rashard, this is why we have problems, because I gave a scenario. You took it personally. You took it personally.
Yeah, bro,
you don't even work for Pizza Hut. You don't even work for Pizza Hut.
No, I don't. But I could feel people's pain. You came in here and lied about your order. Now you're trying to get a hookup. I'm not doing that, bro. I used to scam cats from Illinois, bro.
I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
Jay from Illinois too. Jay just living his best life. Come up, bro. We always on the hustle, bro. Like,
sir, I'm done with you, sir. Okay. Look, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk a little bit about NBA news, and then I've got a surprise question for both of you. Okay, so y'all, everybody that's watching, stay tuned. for more Hey Coach. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's more Hey Coach with Coach Tim Simpson, Jamal Mundane, and Rashard Collins. Gentlemen, let's get into NBA real quick. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference first. All right. So right now we're looking at the standings right now as they're standing. We're looking at Miami at the top of the Eastern Conference, 48-28. Milwaukee, the defending champs, are 47-28. Boston, 47-29.
This guy here.
Then you got Philadelphia at 46-29. Chicago at 44-32. Toronto at 40. Yeah. Toronto at 42-33. And then you got Brooklyn at 40-36. And then Charlotte's kind of still hanging around there a little bit. They're at 39-37. Gentlemen, right now, who is your favorite? Because I think there's several teams within this that even though their records may not be at the top of the league, I think if the way their teams are structured, if they hit the spot at the right time and they start clicking, I think they can make a run. But we're not going to get into that part. Who right now is your favorite coming out of the East? Let's start with you, Rashard.
I'm not going to say the Heat. I don't believe in them.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Celtics. Celtics are Bucks. You asked for one.
No, Celtics.
I'll go with Celtics, man. I'll go with Celtics.
All right. Why is that?
They rolling, bro. Like where you saw them at the beginning of the year, they're 47-29. Like they rolling. Like the Heat. All right, Hero ain't gonna do nothing. Butler gonna fight a coach or somebody in the damn thing. The Bucks. I couldn't even believe them jokers won last year. But the Celtics, because I think the Celtics, the way that they've transitioned this team, man, just to come up and Tatum is like, he's not where we want him,
Okay.
but he's right. He's not Durant, but damn, man, he can kind of give us flashes of it. You know what I'm saying? You got Smart. You know, Smart's the Jimmy Butler of their squad. You know,
right?
The bulldog, the go-getter, and then you got who else is on there? Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
You know what I'm saying? And Brown is solid. And then what they got? Tice. Tice was here in Houston. I don't know why they got rid of him. Tice is solid.
Horford.
Boston has a nice squad.
What'd you say, Jay?
So he should have never went to Houston. That's why they got him back.
Should have never went to Houston, man. Yeah. Tice is solid for whatever you're trying to do in the low post. I mean, I'm not gonna go with the whole hustle and rebound and role player stuff. Whatever you're trying to do, Tice is decent, bro.
Right.
I got the Celtics, man. The Sixers, Fat Boy Harden, he gonna ruin. He done killed them beads. I told y'all whenever that show went. I said, is this going to kill Embiid's chances? Like, really? DeRozan, he done fell off. Or maybe the Bulls have kind of slowed down. I'm not going to say the Bulls fell off. I'm not going to say that.
The Bulls are free falling.
I like the Bulls. They slowed down. It was like, bro, y'all was rolling.
They had the toughest schedule coming out of the All-Star break.
The top five in the East. Hold on, Tim, before you say the Heat, the Bucks, the Celtics, the Sixers, and the Bulls, man, them boys been balling all year. All the rest of the bums from the 6 on down, we don't give a damn about none of them clowns. None of them. Them 5 that I just named balled out all year.
All right, slow down, Tupac. I mean, y'all want you thugging out on the show so much, baby. Come on, slow down here. All right, Jay, what you got for us, baby?
In the East, honestly, can we think of a team in the East that can beat the Milwaukee Bucks in a 7-game series? Who in the Eastern Conference can beat the Milwaukee Bucks 4 times? So when I'm thinking of playoff basketball, I simplify it 100%. That's why I love NBA basketball. I love college basketball, but it's one game. You have a bad shooting night, you out.
Yeah.
Who can honestly in the Eastern Conference beat the Milwaukee Bucks 4 times?
True.
Nobody. So my answer is the Milwaukee Bucks. There's no team in the East that can beat Giannis 4 times, and he's got 2 games at home.
Because I have a one-game mentality. Now,
you know
what I'm saying? That's where my answer comes from. I have a one-game mentality. Like,
now I'm gonna switch it up on you. We're staying with the East for a few more minutes. Every single team is healthy 100% and playing at a high level. Who is it still? Who is it then?
Brooklyn, bro. Ain't nobody beating these cats.
Who's beating the Milwaukee Bucks 4 times? I don't believe in Brooklyn. So they got Kyrie and KD, but the way they play is ISO. It's all ISO-centric. They play regular season basketball.
Never thought about that.
They can't defend in the playoffs. If you can't get in the half court and defend, because the game slows down in the playoffs. So what the Bucks are going to do is they're going to force Brooklyn to play a half court game. Now Brooklyn could win a game or 2, but I don't even see anybody taking the Bucks to 6 games, let alone 7. They might gentlemen sweep everyone. If healthy.
I get that. I do.
You said the question was if everybody's
healthy. Yeah.
I don't see anybody taking Milwaukee to 7 games.
I'm not going to argue with that.
KD can win 2 games.
Yeah.
But
Kyrie ain't locking nobody up on D, like he just said.
Exactly. When it comes down to it, the last 5 minutes of a game, when you have to execute in the half court, I think Milwaukee's a better basketball team. So again, I don't see anybody beating them 4 times in 2 weeks. So I go with the Bucks in the East.
Okay. What you got, Rashard?
I agree with it. I said Brooklyn, but when he said the defense, I'm thinking I'm thinking 1 game.
Yeah.
But I said that.
Right.
Kyrie going off, KD, come on, man. Them boys is monsters, bro.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You got Street Clothes. Hey, you got Street Clothes Junior, who ain't gonna never show up.
He said Street Clothes Junior.
like this cat, bro. What the hell, bro? What's?
He said
I know they say his back was hurt.
He said that Ben Simmons over there look like he's in the NBA streets. All right. So
no, hold on.
Okay.
But on the West,
I haven't got to the West yet. I have not got to the West yet.
You just asked us.
So stop.
You asked the East first.
I said stop.
You gonna go with the Midwest? That is it, the Eastern Conference, the Midwest Conference?
Can I get to my point first?
You so right.
Bless America.
Rashard clowning over there.
You always do this every show.
You got to, man. I'm telling y'all.
But look, I agree with both of y'all. That's the reason why I asked that question. The reason why is because I'm looking at some of these other teams that we've been talking about. You know, you're talking about Philadelphia, you're talking about Brooklyn, Boston. I would probably say is the only team outside of Milwaukee, to me, who's looked like they've been able to prove it. They've been able to back up their talk with their game. I'm not buying into Brooklyn right now. Why? Because we haven't seen them together ever.
Right.
So we don't know. Okay, let's say they're all healthy, but let's say that what happens if it's the same issue they had with James Harden? They don't gel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You look at Philadelphia. We're seeing it. We're seeing it
about Philly. Why are we not saying Philly?
Because I thought the trade was good for both teams. We talked about this before.
Right.
And I thought the trade was good for both teams.
Yes.
Now, if we're talking about on paper and what we think in our minds, I think Brooklyn still wins that. But I still don't believe in either one of them teams at this point in time because Kyrie is too unpredictable. You have no idea what's going to go on with that. You have no idea what's going to set that dude off. And next thing you know, he's gone for 10, 15 games. You have no idea.
If Philly meets Brooklyn in the first round of playoffs, I'm taking Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Ooh, now that
he's unpredictable.
Ooh.
He's gonna either go for 42 or 50.
Can y'all imagine if that happens? Can y'all imagine if that happens?
I believe Brooklyn will get out of the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Tim. Yeah, Kyrie gonna be predictable. He'll go for 42 or 52.
He about to. If that happens, he is going for James Harden's throat.
Exactly.
I mean, like I said, I love Kyrie. Listen, and I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying. The people out there, watching this. I don't want you to take anything what I'm saying that I think Kyrie's trash or KD's not that. They're great players. They're Hall of Fame players. You know what I'm saying? They're current Hall of Fame players. They haven't been to the Hall of Fame, but they are going to be Hall of Famers. They are unbelievable players. But what I am saying is, given their past record right now, take KD outside of the Golden State era. Take Kyrie outside of the Cleveland era.
You in the play-ins.
Well, let me put it this. Take Kyrie outside of the LeBron era in Cleveland. Okay, let's take that. Okay, if you look at their body of work, great careers, but individually had not pushed those teams. Now, in KD's defense, he had Westbrook, and Westbrook was not trying to share the limelight with nobody. And we've talked about this before. Westbrook's not trying to change his game for anybody. He's as great of a player he is. It's just not in his. If he can do it. Now he's been playing pretty decent of late. I'm not gonna say he's been playing great, but he's been playing decent of late. But I still don't. I still, like I said, Milwaukee, they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, the fact that they're in second place, that's a very dangerous spot for them. It's a dangerous spot for the league for them.
Milwaukee is the modern day dangerous Spurs.
And I'm glad you said that, because just like Jay said, you get in the playoffs, everything slows down.
They don't give a damn
that was the Spurs.
Get us in the seed.
And I think, Rashad, you said this on one of the shows, the Spurs would sometimes limp into the playoffs. They didn't care who they were. They didn't care if they was the AC. They didn't care if there was number one seed.
7 playing the 2. Let's go. Yeah, Tony Parker about to give you the business.
Man, they didn't care.
About to give you this work. Tim.
Yeah.
Owen.
Big fundamental. Yeah. But yeah, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. So I agree with both of you. I think Milwaukee, I don't care until they get knocked out, which I just don't see in the East. Until they get knocked out, I don't see anybody beating them. And when you're talking about a series, a 7-game series, I'm still taking them, to win 4 games. And like Jay said, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't know if anybody can push them to 6 games, but that's why we play the game, right?
I said Brooklyn. I'm thinking like,
you're like, not. Yeah, I might have misspoke.
Maybe not. I might have said something a little earlier than I'm looking like that boy said defense. I'm like, damn, Kyrie ain't locking nobody up.
No. So let's jump to the West.
How many steals he got this year? 2?
I don't know. Well, it depends on which paycheck you look at. Anyways,
that was personal.
That's fired.
Okay, now we're going to transition to the West. All right, gentlemen. Yeah. Okay, so we got Phoenix topping off the West right now at 61-14. Memphis is in second place at 53-23. Golden State, which I'm a little surprised by because of their injuries, but we'll get into that, are in third place at 48-28. Dallas is 47-29. I'm a little surprised about that. Utah is 45-31, which in fifth place, which I kind of could see that. Denver at 41-31 or 45-31 in sixth place. Minnesota, still keep forgetting they're in the NBA. At 43-33 in seventh place. I guess it was an eighth place for sure.
Clippers, baby. We eighth in the East, baby. Everybody want to talk. We in the eighth. We in the eighth without them 2 lousy.
PG back.
Without them 2 lousy PG back.
Yeah.
Without them 2 lousy overrated cats that made our squad overrated. We in the 8th seed, bruh. To brag and be like we the best team in LA.
Because the Lakers are the Lakers right now in the 11th spot at 31-44.
To say the Clippers are the best team in LA, do not get me started.
Look, I'm about to be like Charles Barkley and just start calling that other team in California.
Bruh,
he said he didn't want to even call them the Lakers no more. He said they're just that other team in California. Okay, so same thing we did with the East. All right, so Jay, we'll start with you this time. Who are you thinking right now? Is the favorite right now as things are current right now to come out of the West?
The Phoenix Suns. They're the best team in basketball, East or West. They proved it all year. Even with Chris Paul missing games, they're a well-oiled machine. They look like they're on a mission from last year. Like they got unfinished business. They don't take no nights off. They could be playing the Wizards. They could be playing Houston. Like they don't care. Like they not taking no nights off, man. Devin Booker, he won't win the MVP. It's kind of late. He making a late push. He may get some votes, but he making a late push as an MVP candidate. But again, same thing with the Bucks. I don't see anybody beating them 4 times. Memphis is a nice story. They had a great regular season. I think they'll get out of the first round. Whoever they play, they can win a series. When it gets to that Western Conference semifinal and conference final, as a 2, if they stay at the 2, they got to run into Golden State at the 3. It'll be a 2-3 in a semifinal. The experience that Golden State has, I'm not sure Memphis can beat them. Memphis got home court, so they can maybe push it to 6 or 7. But I'll take Golden State if they go to the second round. But either way, if either one of those teams win, their reward is to play Phoenix in the Western Conference Finals and losing 5 games. So it don't matter. So I got the.
At least they say they made it. At least they say they made it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we in the participation trophy era. So maybe.
That's right. See, so everybody wins. Rashard, what do you got, baby?
I got a different view. I think Phoenix right now, man. Chris Paul has proven that he is a point guard that can go to organizations and change the character, change the mindset, and bring up younger players and bring like Houston. He really didn't have it because he was here with James, but for him to go to OKC and do what he did with them, dope. And then he went to. I'm thinking like, all right, he done. This boy goes to.
I did too.
Or he goes to Phoenix. I'm looking like, come on, bro. And for him to really have put them on his back last year, like I'm loving Phoenix. I'm just gonna go 2 or 3 teams. Grizzlies. This is who the Grizzlies are, and I can't wait to see y'all's faces.
Oh boy,
the Grizzlies are Jay Williams, Chris Webber, Doug Christie. They the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Kings.
They the Kings.
The 01 Kings.
I kind of like that. I like that.
They're the Kings. The Warriors are like, don't forget about us. But y'all really like Wiseman ain't playing. Like that was gonna be y'all bread and butter of a center to come up. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I'll take the Warriors out. Mavs are 4th, so they're not gonna do nothing. But them 1 and 2s and that, I mean, you got to think Ja's out. For them boys that have only lost 2 or 3 games, with this boy been out for 15, 18 games, that says a lot about the coach and the squad. Yeah. Because if I'm on a team and I played in Iraq with Tim. If Tim is not there and I know what he does, my mindset it's a little different because now I think I just need to play more defense than because offensive wise, we don't have him pulling up from the corner.
Right.
Grizzlies don't give a damn, bro. How the hell y'all 15-3? Well, first of all, you damn near MVP talent. It's not on the court, and y'all have just, bro, I can't tell you who the coach is. I can't tell you who the other dude is. I can't tell you who Buddy is. And y'all done did this? Man, come on, man. Memphis got it, bro. They got
some young players. They got some young pieces. And
Yeah, they look good.
they look pretty good. They look like they can be stacked for a few years. Now, what I want to say, Golden State is a dangerous team still. And the thing that's scary is that they haven't had, and I think we talked about this last show, up until the last show, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson had only played together a total of 11 minutes for the entire season at that point in time.
I thought you was going to say games. Okay.
No, minutes.
I was thinking of
It's like,
Brooklyn. I was thinking of Brooklyn.
Yeah, I get you. The weirdo and weirdo. Yeah, I got you. But no, 11 minutes. You're talking about your core franchise pieces have only played 11 minutes. Well, like I said, at that point, I don't know if Curry's back or not, and if they were able to get back in. Okay, so he's still out. Okay, so oh wow. So to think about having your core players, the ones you count on the most, the ones that have done so much for you in your franchise, they've only played 11 minutes together in the whole season, and you're still in third place.
That's true. Now that you say that, that's true. That gives you a lot of respect for the core players that are not the Klay, the Steph, and the Draymond just got back. That is very true. That's almost like the Bulls. That's almost like the Bulls. The Bulls was balling. Two cats got hurt, balled, and Caruso, or I think I might have messed his name up.
No, you're right.
And Levine, like quiet as kept. The Bulls had a squad, and I know we talking about Golden State. The Bulls had a damn squad, bro.
Yeah.
The East was serious, but for Golden State, like you just said, for Golden State to do that, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and see, that's what, like I said, that's what's crazy to me, to think that they're still in third place, but they're in third in the West right now.
Okay,
as of right now. Now I'm sure this might get updated, by tomorrow or even by the time this show is over.
It'll be tonight because Golden State and Phoenix about to play right now.
Ooh.
Golden State and Phoenix about to play right now. So,
yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. Anyways, now Phoenix, like you both said, and I'm 100% behind you, Jay. What you said when you started your segment off, they are playing like they're on a mission. Chris Paul and the rest of those boys have got them. They've got them just focused, laser focused. And what I like about it, like you said, Jay, it was out of left field when he decided to go to Phoenix. Like no one thought that.
Yes.
Phoenix. And the thing is, what I love about it is he has elevated Booker's game, because I thought Booker was a good player, but then all of a sudden Chris Paul gets there and they sound, I'm looking up like, what? Booker just had 50 points? What? He's had 60 points? What?
It's work ethic, bro. You got to look like when we watch these other podcasts and they be like, that's my rookie, or that was my vet.
Oh, yeah.
We hear them conversations and you see Jay Mondane. I'm like, Jay, I'm about to go out and drink, kick it with, woo. And you like, oh, okay, that's cool. Hey, I'm going to be at the gym at 7. I'm like, 7? Nigga, I got it in at 4 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck you talking about for 7? And you in there putting up shots.
Yep.
And now I'm seeing why you getting success. I'm talented, but I'm just coming off the bench like, yo, give me the rock. Boom, boom, boom. I don't beat my man off the dribble. And then after the game, you in the weight room. I'm looking like, bro, I'm about to get on these drinks. I'm about to go kick it with these chicks. Like, bro, what is this cat on? It's a mindset, man. Chris Paul, he couldn't take when he left New Orleans and went to and then they blocked the Laker trade and he came to us. I was like, all right, here we go. We own it.
Hey, he look good. Y'all look good too. Y'all look good too. Yeah.
He comes to Houston. I'm like, I live in Houston, so I'm gonna watch him. Here they go. Couldn't do it. I'm looking like this dude's done. This boy goes to OKC. Man, this boy here, it's personal now. It's not the team. It's Chris Paul right now. It's his legacy. It ain't got nothing to do to me. This is just listen to me out. Hear me out. It ain't got nothing to do with Book, and it got nothing to do with Phoenix. It's Chris Paul. I have to get one. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
But he wants to solidify that one championship. It ain't got, I'm telling y'all, He gonna put the team on his back and like, y'all, let's go.
Yeah.
It puts him in the conversation of greatest quarterbacks, one of the greatest point guards.
Same thing.
If he wins a ring, if he gets a ring, he's an all-time great. If he retired tonight, he'd be an all-time great. He'd be Hall of Fame.
I agree.
But the separator would be if he won a championship. Now you're going over the Stocktons.
Good. I couldn't think of a name. I'm like, damn, what name?
You're in the Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson territory. If you win one, you're in the, you know what I mean? Like now he's in the Steve Nash, Stockton.
Yeah.
Iverson, if you want to call Iverson a point guard. He's in
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd got one late with Dallas, but he's in that.
Yeah.
Gary Payton, he's in that realm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now you're saying that didn't win.
No, Gary Payton won one in Miami.
They all won one late, but I'm just saying
well, Stockton
didn't.
Did Nash win one?
Nash didn't win one.
Okay, yeah. Gary Payton won one with Jason Williams and
he won with the Heat
and Shaq them.
What I'm saying is he's in that caliber of point guard. They're all Hall of Famers,
right?
But it's just something missing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
something missing. I couldn't think of it. Yeah.
Right.
Good call.
If he carries this team to a championship, and if he wins a Finals MVP, forget about it. But if he wins a championship, he's in another echelon of point guard greats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just kind of gets out of that room and he moves into another room in the house with the top PGs of all time. So
right. Okay.
No, that was a good call. That was a good call with the Isaiahs and and the Stocktons and the whole Steve Nash and all that. Yeah, that's right. That is true though.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna transition. First, quick story. You guys talk about the work ethic of, some of these guys, especially we talk about NBA and this and that. Remind me of a story that one of your players, Jay Will, from Duke, he talked about with Kobe Bryant. And he talked about, they were going to LA to play a game. And Jay said he walks in the gym and he's like, I'm gonna go in there and get some shots up early. And, what I'm saying? He said, I'm gonna go in there and get some work. And he said, I walk in the gym and I look up, I see Kobe. And I'm paraphrasing the story. He's looking at Kobe. He's like, man, he said, I started thinking about it to myself, like, man, he looked like he's been in here for at least a couple hours already.
He's been there for a couple of hours. Yep.
So then he gets there, he goes through his workout, and he said he worked out for roughly about 2 hours or so. He said he looks up and Kobe's still down there working out. And so, they play down there and then that night, I think Kobe hit him for 50. I think it was like 50 some points or something like that. And so he talked to Kobe after the game, was like, he said, he said, why were you in the gym so long? He said, well, I seen you walk in and I want to let you know I was there.
Yep.
He's like, I want to let you know you're not going to outwork me.
Yep.
That mentality, that mama mentality, is real.
That's a real thing.
And people, they weren't know. And that was
that's a real thing.
And that story was before the whole mama mentality came out.
Yeah.
And so that's
Jay Will was in the league years ago when he fell off the bike. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're going to transition into our last topic of the show. Now I went to that story because there's another story that broke out about a week ago. We're going to transition from one Jay Will to another Jay Will.
White chocolate, baby.
The segue.
Yeah. So everybody knows, most everybody knows who Jason Williams is. White chocolate, the man that could just do all kinds of things with the basketball when he was on the court. Rashard, you alluded to him when you were talking about the Sacramento Kings. When he was playing there with Chris Webber, the boys there, man, Vlade D-Block, what I'm saying? They was getting it in. Now, Jay made an interesting comment. Now, I'm going to read I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he made a comment that I'm sure probably if most Laker fans might have gotten a little bit heated about. And his comment was about Kobe Bryant. Not even sure Kobe is top 5 Laker.
Yeah.
He's not that high on my list. Now, before I let you guys go, there was somebody that made a comment about that and said, you know what? Jay Will played against Kobe majority of his career. He guarded Kobe. Kobe guarded him. Now, you have to take what he says to some type of degree. We look at it from an outside standpoint.
Right.
Kobe, his career, what he did, you know, how much of a dog he was, this and that. We look at it from the outside. So my question is the fans, would they have more of an insight than an NBA player who played against that person? Now, I agree with you. No, but that's not the question. The question is, what do you think about this comment? What is this? What do you really think about this comment? Rashard, we're going to start with you.
I mean, I go with the comment, like we'll go with sentimental, like Kobe's not alive, so Kobe can't really just get at him.
Right.
On whatever.
Right.
But the cat did play against him. Like I mean, just like, okay, it's just like this. Jay ain't no damn Laker fan. He might be like, I don't give a damn about them Lakers. Like, okay, let me name Shaq played for him, Kobe did play for him, like that. Like, if you look at it like that, he might be like, bro, I can name 5 other Lakers that I've heard of. And I think that's really what it is. I've known 5 Lakers before Kobe.
Okay.
Now, notice he didn't give a list.
No.
I'm gonna stop. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but yeah, you're right. He did not.
Give a list.
No.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, Jay.
But no. But somebody did, and somebody brought that up in that article as well. He's like, hey, he didn't really give a list of who he thought was the top 5.
You know how many Lakers were good as hell that he heard of before he got to Kobe? Yeah.
All right, Jay, come on, baby.
This is what makes it so good right here, boy.
So, like you said,
so good right here.
Like you said, he played against Kobe.
Right.
And all the years that they thought they were a team going to the finals, who stood in their way?
The Lakers. Right. Kobe Bryant.
So I think Jay Will is, I mean, it's a good way to get noticed. It's a good way for people to recognize you again, you know, get your 15 minutes on and make a comment about the Lakers that used to beat you every single year.
I'm relevant again, Mom. I'm relevant again.
Right. You know, everybody want to get their shine. But I think it was a comment that was just made tongue-in-cheek. I don't think he believes that at all. If Kobe Bryant was alive, the Kobe that I've watched my whole life, his whole basketball career, 1, I don't know if he would respond, but 2, if he did, all he would say is something slick like, well, I wouldn't think I was the best either if I had to play against me all them years. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, something slick like, just go back and look at the tape. And Like, you wouldn't want to give me praise if I destroyed you in every playoff series we played in. Like, it was one playoff series, I think it was 2002, maybe the 01 year Shaq destroyed them. That's when they only lost one game. They lost to Philly in the first
first game. Yeah, game 1 of 7. Yep.
In 2002, when the Lakers just mopped the floor with him, Kobe averaged almost 40 in that series. So,
yes.
I mean, if I'm on the receiving end of a 40 piece every night, of course, 20 years later, I'm be like, he wasn't all that.
Kobe would have been like, you know what? I'll fly you to Cali and we can go to Mama's gym and we can go get it right now.
I don't think it's gonna make too much. It ain't gonna make too much noise. It's Jay Will talking. You know, I saw the comment a couple days ago on Facebook. Somebody responded with like Kobe hitting a game-winning shot on him or something like that. It was like, if I was Jay Will, I think he was good either. You know. So,
but if y'all listen to the whole comment, the whole rebuttal, he said he would. Jay Will said he would struggle right now. He said, I don't know if y'all just heard the clip with Kobe and then stopped. But Jay Will was like, "Yo, right now the way these guards play, because they asked him, so if you were playing now, what would you do?" and he was like, scoring, I'm going to have a problem. He said, I was never a scorer. He said, if y'all look at my stats, I was never a scorer. He said, I'm more of a facilitator. I'm throwing the ball and getting people in the ball. He said, but for me to be able to try to go for 30, he said, you know how much fun that would have been? And that's what he said. But so he said what he said, but you can't knock this cat because this dude literally played against Kobe.
Yeah,
you might not be like, you know what I'm saying? Like Antoine Walker might not have been the coldest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like he was shooting the pass and like, bro, that little weak, slow pull up, bro. I swipe the ball down and we going out the way. To really get off the subject, bro. They talking about trading Anthony Davis from the Lakers. Like, I think he's good. Maybe I'm biased because he's from the crib and he played at Kentucky, but bro, y'all about to trade this cat? Like y'all looking like we can get some draft picks for this cat.
I say trade the whole team.
10 years ago, these boys ain't losing 5 games, bro.
No, I agree.
They're not losing more than 10 games.
Yeah.
He's hurt a lot. LeBron finna retire. They don't have no draft picks. They're gonna be terrible for a decade.
Yeah.
They stay with AD. AD is the highest commodity. Got to get rid of him now while they can get some money for him.
I agree.
I don't want him coming to Chicago because we're gonna give away our future for him, and he's gonna play 20 games a year. No,
you're gonna give away draft picks. You ain't got to give away. You ain't got to give away nobody currently.
Maybe if they do more load management with him, he might be able to survive a little more.
First of all, that was a shot. Don't damn load management. That was a shot at my Clippers, and to hell with you with the little load man, boy.
Go back to New Orleans and that's.
He said, "Go back to New Orleans." God,
so back to your comment.
You gonna do him like that?
Yeah, go back to New Orleans. So back to your comment about Jay Will. Yes, Jay Will played against Kobe, but for him to make that comment and say, "Okay, he's not a top 5 Laker because I played against him." You didn't play against Kareem, Magic, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, none of them.
Will Chamberlain.
But that's what I just said. Look at the 5 that you could name before it got to Kobe.
But what I'm saying is
I know what you're saying. He didn't play against them.
He's only making his comment based off of playing against Kobe. That could be we don't know where that comment's coming from.
Right.
Because all of them people that you just named weren't on the same squad with Kobe. So that's what I'm saying. He came with that before he got to Kobe.
But my comment is he didn't have a list. He didn't come up with anybody. Exactly. All he did was make a statement that he don't think he's the top 5 Laker, which is crazy to me, number one. 2, I'm coming from the standpoint, I think it's a salty comment. You ain't a top 5 Sacramento King. So nobody will debate that.
Matt Barnes, Doug Christie, Vladdy, who Jay Will, Jay Will. But I was never a Kobe fan. Kobe a top 5 though. So it would be. But okay, you know what? Let me change this up. It would be hard to really do. It would be hard to really do and I'm not a Laker fan. You can't really do a top 5 Laker squad. You can't do a top 5. You can't do a Mount Rushmore of Lakers and not leave off somebody that's excellent. I ain't talking about great or good. That's excellent. That's
what makes it fun.
Like you can't do the Lakers like that. Like
that's what makes it
ain't
fun.
But too many squads. You can't do Lakers and Celtics like that.
That's
everybody
what makes
else
it
is kind of irrelevant. You can't do the
Bulls. I can do
Knicks.
a Mount Rushmore. I can do a Mount Rushmore for every NBA team. And the Mount Rushmore is 4 players. And I give you 4 players for the Lakers. It'd be my opinion, but it'd be fun to do. But yes, Kobe would be on my Mount Rushmore.
Well, see, that's why I like about it. That's why I like about it. Because like what you said, Jay. The thing is like we have 3 people here on this show, right? Mm-hmm. And if we let's say we just take the Lakers and take the Celtics, all right? All 3 of us are going to probably, for the majority, have different players on that Rushmore. Maybe. Because they're because what I'm saying, we could and we couldn't, but overall, what happens is people gravitate towards players that, especially if you're talking about you being a former player or even a coach or something like that, you gravitate towards people who play your kind of playing style. You gravitate towards players you like, I would love to play with this person. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, I would love that. So it could end up being, you know what I'm saying, like I may have Magic Johnson on one of mine, you know what I'm saying? I might have Magic Johnson, Kareem, Shaq, and Kobe. You know what I'm saying? That could be one of mine. But then somebody say, well, I'd have Wilt, I'd have James Worthy, or I'd have what was his name? George Mikan. Did George Mikan play for the Lakers?
George Mikan,
Nick Van Exel.
Yeah.
This guy.
This
guy.
You probably put Kurt Rambis on yours. Anyway,
He was throwing names out.
Lamar Odom.
You sound like right there. You sound like that dude from Anchorman when they was going around the room talking about things they loved, and he kept saying lamp. He's like, Brick, are you just naming off stuff that you love? That you see in the
Lakers and has some.
First of all, if you're gonna talk about Rondo would be on the Celtics too.
Exactly. Bam. And I hated him as a Kentucky Wildcat. Hated him.
Yeah. This is a Clipper fan you got talking about the Lakers. You think you're gonna get a real answer from him? You're not getting a real answer from him. Touche. Gentlemen,
let me tell you something. This has been a wonderful show. Like always, I love you guys. We were missing our producer. He had another engagement he had to do, so we had to dial it back on the graphics and everything because I don't do that. I keep it simple.
Yeah, we got
just blank green. We got the Incredible Hulk just standing behind us.
Okay though.
Just on So, but guys, I enjoyed it. Like always, you guys make this show, just so much enjoyable. Well, I thank our viewers for tuning in. And most definitely, if you don't know, you can always catch our live stream on our YouTube page, and then also those are all of our social medias that you can hit us up on, interact with us, ask questions. Hey, and like I said before, if you have a topic or if you have a question you want to ask us, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Your question, your topic could be the next thing that's on the show. So you never know. But once again, and we're gonna do something different this show. Rashard, you got 10 seconds. Closing remarks. Go.
Give me 10 seconds.
5 seconds.
Don Staley, national champions. Let's get it.
Okay. Jay, what you got?
No, we appreciate everybody watching the show live setting. So you got to see some of the bloopers. You got to see us clowning around. It was all fun. Check out everything on the stream at the bottom. Come check us out, man. Hey, Coach.
Yes, and I reiterate both of them. Well, not the whole thing with Sharp. I do say yes, Don Staley, yes, go. But all the other comments that Rashard made, no, we don't. we don't.
I'm like Charlemagne the God on the squad, bro. That's who I am on the show. I'm realizing my role, where I'm at. I get it.
Okay, Pookie. Anyways, everybody, thank you so very much for joining us on the show. And please make sure you come back and join us with more Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane.
Yeah. Jamal Collins and Rashard Mondane. Yeah. All of that. That's what you said.
Hey Coach with Tim Simpson, Rashard Collins, and Jamal Mondane. 3 coaches and friends talk about sports, life, and everything in between.